Hello, welcome to Professor Layton and the Lost Future. This is part 4, I believe. It is good to see you. If this is your first time watching, hello, my name is Lara. I am a variety streamer on Twitch, and I love puzzle games, and I love Professor Layton. It is probably my favourite series of games, if not in the top 3. I don't really know, there's a couple things to go over. If you haven't seen the previous parts of this game, or the previous games, for context, I will put a card up here on YouTube that you can click and go and watch them all beforehand. And the last one, quick story time. Part 3, I accidentally didn't record any of the game audio. So it was a long editing journey, but it is now available on YouTube to watch with all of the audio. It's not perfect, I'm sure it's out of sync at points, but it gets the point across. I'm going to load up the game now. I'm going to do a quick recap of what happened last time, or what's happened so far. Because the game will give you a recap, but it won't cover everything. And then we'll just get into the puzzles. There is a prediction running on Twitch right now for how many puzzles I get wrong. So that's what the little numbers next to people's names below me mean. It means they think I'm gonna get a certain. Oh my god, there's so much. There's so many points in this. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna get into it. Right. So here's the story so far. Professor Layton and Luke have received a letter. I had to think about that because I genuinely was about to give you the recap from the first game. Have received a letter from someone claiming to be Luke in the future, who's basically been like, hey, I need your help. Everything's going wrong. It's terrible here. Come and help me. They have now since arrived in the future. We don't know if it actually is the future, but so far nothing. We don't really know how it couldn't be. And we have met future Luke. We've done a bunch of stuff. We've found out a lot of stuff. And essentially we're about to meet. Well, we're about to go into the hideout of evil Layton, because that's who's running London at the moment. And it's all very yeah. So that's where we are, but I don't know what it's going to tell us. Yeah, so thanks to Shipley, Luke and Professor come a bit closer to finding the future Layton. Having identified the towering pagoda as the family stronghold, the party split up. While future Luke runs ahead to secure a path to the pagoda, our heroes set out for Chinatown. So we've had a couple of weird things happening, including people speaking to us who left wet footprints behind, but there's no, water. There's no rain, so where have they been getting wet from? But mostly, to be honest, it's mostly just been... Oh, and one guy who said he dug a hole. He was paid to dig a really deep hole, and when he came out again, he was somewhere else. So, yeah. Something about... We're not sure how it works. We're trying to piece it together. Aw, you guys are so sweet. My brain isn't ready for me to make coffee. That's fair, that's why I have this. Hi, I'm glad you exist. That's always good. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna knock my headphones. Right, let's get into it. Sorry, I'm delaying again. Boy, just what you think you two are doing. Oh my god, good start. Just what do you two think you're doing? No one passes through this here gate. Now clear off, we'll be having more than words with each other. I see. What, Nev? Maybe they're just a pair of brutes, don't you agree? Professor, what are you thinking about? Tell me, do those two remind you of anyone we know? Huh? It's not an exact match, but they do bear an odd resemblance to a certain pair of fellows. Ah, of course, you're talking about Inspector Chelmley and Barton! Inspector Chelmley, winner of the best moustache in this franchise. I think you may agree. What do you think? Resemblance. I am. The similarities are quite striking, don't you think? Big guy in charge? Check. Mole assistant. Check. I mean, that's also what you guys are like. There's just no moustaches involved. There's something tells me the inspector wouldn't take kindly to being told he resembles a criminal. Speaking of the inspector, did his presence at that event seem at all odd to you? Okay, sick inside. Event? You mean the time machine presentation? Yeah, so that happened, basically at the very beginning of the game. Luke and Layton went to a time machine reveal, and the time machine exploded and killed, except we think they aren't dead, the scientist who made the machine and the mayor of New York. New York? The mayor of London. New York's not involved, I don't know why I said that. Mayor of London. Yeah. Yes. Why do you suppose a police inspector was invited to an event like that in the first place? Well, he's cracked quite a few tough cases. Maybe his celebrity status got him invited. Yes, I assumed the same thing. After all, pseudo-celebrity status is what got you and me our tickets. Did it? You have pseudo-celebrity status now? Oh my god, so, hold on. I was trying to see if there was a voice clip for, Layton saying, that reminds me of a puzzle. Because, again, I don't think it's ever said in the dialogue. I talked about this last time, I think. It's only ever said, like, just in a text box. But, while I was doing that, I listened to all of the voice clips from the Diabolical Box, and twice he introduces himself in a voice clip, and it's so great. He's like, "My name is Professor Herschel Layton from Bressenheller University. I'm a professor of archaeology, but a train enthusiast in my free time." And I just love it so much. He's just so sweet. Anyway. Pseudo-celebrity? Nonsense! You're the great Professor Layton, the model modern-day English gentleman. Haha, I hate to say it, Luke, but I think you're the only one who'd heap that kind of praise on me. Aww, so humble. From what I saw, almost everyone there was either from the media or London high society. The inspector and I were clear exceptions to an otherwise homogeneous list of names. So, the question looms before us. Why did Dr. Stangun, whoever he is, invite the inspector and me? What I wouldn't give to hear the inspector's take on the event. Yeah, it's too bad we'd have to go back to our own time to ask him. Wait a second! What if the inspector is still working here in the future? Professor, there you are! I think I can do a fairly good impression of his voice, except I was speaking just fine before stream, and now I'm really nasally again. I don't understand it. I can't seem to speak without speaking nasally. I'm trying to train it out of myself, but it's really hard. Ah, hello, Luke. I couldn't help but overhear you as I ran up. Did you say you'd like to meet the inspector? Yes, ideally we would meet him back in our time, when the events of that time are still fresh. I think we can make that happen. But how? Let's continue this conversation where we can't be seen or heard, shall we? Why don't we head over to the wooded area in the west? Oh, okay. I was having fun. I thought we were gonna... I think I've already checked the coins here. Yeah. But I didn't click this B before. Oh yes, I did. And it's the same thing. Okay. I thought I'd maybe missed something. I went to source some green dye for my froggy build and accidentally brought down an illegal raid on a village? What? Or, huh? A villager raid. Oh! Minecraft! I thought you meant for your frog LARP costume? I was so confused! There, much better. I don't think anyone is likely to overhear us now. You mentioned that there is a way for us to visit the inspector in our own time. I can only imagine that this means going back to 10 years ago. Is such a thing possible? He did mention earlier that the clock in that shop will take you back and forth, and that's how he left the notes for us. So yeah. Indeed, Professor, but the only way to do so is to use the wormhole in the clock shop. But the door to the clock shop is locked. How are we going to get in? That shouldn't be a problem. I can get that door open for you. Strange. Why is it you have such easy access to the wormhole? I promise I'll explain everything when we get there. Please trust me on this. But for now, let's return to the clock shop on Midland Road. But what about our plan to head into Chinatown? That'll have to be put on the back burner for now. The situation has changed. Has it? Ooh. Sorry, I'm still in editing mode, so every time something pops up, I'm like, gotta add a sound effect. Okay, so we can go back and forth. That's an early quote. Say, when was that lighthouse on the river built? About 5 years ago. Would anyone comment on its peculiar location? Building a structure like that in the middle of the river seems to serve little purpose. That's not untrue, Professor, but let's discuss the city later. We need to make for the clock shop. I don't know if I trust him. Oh, thank goodness you're here. London's most debonair man requires some assistance. I do not remember the voice I gave him last time. This is his new voice. Alright. What's the matter? It's that blasted bird over there. The dreadful creature swooped down and plucked my best cufflinks right off my sleeves. Wow, that's impressive. What bird? Well, that's the bird we tried to talk to earlier. Oh, that must be the bird that fella was talking about. Oh wow, a parrot! Don't just stand there staring. Grab the winged menace before it flaps off. Music reminds me of Slime Rancher. I've never played Slime Rancher. I've had it recommended to me as a cozy game, like it's on a lot of cozy game lists, but I've never actually played it. I don't think I own it. You may not have noticed, sir, but we're in a bit of a hurry here. Luke, listen to yourself. Don't you remember what the professor always says? Helping people in need is the duty of every gentleman. A very good point, Luke. Very well then, let's think. This bird clearly likes shiny objects. Excuse me, sir, would you happen to have anything shiny we could borrow for a moment? Of course, what sort of gentleman would I be without the proper accoutrements? I'm now making him, Benoit Blanc, apparently. Here, I always carry a garnet for when I need to accessorize with a little flash. Oh dear. What's wrong? Curses, the garnet has fallen to the bottom of my case and I can't reach it. Shiny. You will not distract me, not this early in stream. You're not making it very easy for us to help you. Puzzle! Puzzle time. Cluttered case. 40 pickerettes. Ready? I have taken my iron. I haven't taken my other supplements though, so I'll take them now. A red garnet has fallen to the bottom of this cluttered briefcase. Can you... It's a slide puzzle. Why would it start me with a slide puzzle? Oh my god. This is chapter 1 in the PurpleCoffins handbook. Right, I'm having my supplements while we look at this screen and cry inside. Yeah, I should make a command for... I should just make the other supplements part of the iron command. Like, it's not the end of the world if I don't take these ones, but they do help. They do make me feel better, but they don't... I'm not, like, unable to do anything if I don't have my iron. Oh no, slide puzzles! Have you taken your stuff? Have you had your stuff today, lassie? Right. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, I take vitamin D, cod liver oil, and magnesium. It's the magnesium, I think, that does the most. Thump. Sorry. My water is full. Hold on. Ooh, that was tricky. Why was that so difficult? Right. Here we go. I know how to slide puzzle, thank you. I've done this before. No, that doesn't help anything. No, if I put it there, it gets stuck. I did consider downloading, like, an app that was all slide puzzles. You have to like it, just gotta get through it. The good thing is, though, I can't technically fail a slide puzzle, because I have to... There's, I'm gonna just restart. I think I was on to something, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I'm gonna try again. Because I have to, I just keep going until I finish it. That's what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't matter if I... Do I do this? No, because that doesn't really help anything. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can get the garnet in there, but there isn't. Nope. Not enough movement there. Did I finish that thought about thinking about downloading an app? I don't think I did. Aha! Nope, not anything there. That doesn't help anything. I do that. We may be here a while. Downloading an app with the slide puzzle. Thank you. I appreciate you saying where I got to. I was considering doing that, and then I was like, I don't know, it's kind of my brand to not know how to do slide puzzles. Because whoever it was in chat that was really, really helpful last time at the horrible slide puzzles at the end of the game was like, I love doing them because I have this app that, you know, it's like I have a game that's just slide puzzles. I was like, I could get that, and then I could practice. I got all day. Take your time on this one. Slide puzzle, more like cried puzzle. Vitamin D fuels for sass, but basically gives that radiant glow. What about the Codlove Royal? That just stops my joints from being so terrible. Ooh! The B-reel's gone off and it's on a slide puzzle. Perfect. Perfect timing. I love when... I only have like a couple of friends on B-reel, but I love it when they come to me and they're like, what were you doing in that? It's like, great, Professor Layton. There we go. There we are. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. How do I get it out of this now? Does that help anything? No. Makes a gap over here, but that doesn't really help anyone or anything, so... I kind of want to see if I can get this into this, like this bit into this gap. You'll become famous when you'll be real. Maybe you will. Ooh! That was a move I hadn't done before. What is anything I can do when I do that?
This puzzle has met its match.
Oh my god, it was future Luke!
It seems I was right on the money.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was gonna be little Luke. Oh, that's new! Thanks, Katie.
Another puzzle solved.
Thanks, Layton. Just look at that sparkling gem. Aww. Ah, there we are. With any luck, this flashy gem will attract the parrot. See if you can tame him when he gets close. Leave it to me! Now, here's the real test about whether it's actually Luke, is whether he can, like, communicate with the bird properly. Because if he can't, then I'm going to be very suspicious of him. Right then, here goes. Oh, that's a good bit of art. Here he comes. Ah! Squawk! Squawk! Wait, Luke can talk. Oh, you don't know this? Yes. So, Luke can talk to animals. That's part of the Layton lore. He can. It's never fully explained whether he can actually understand what they're saying or if he can just kind of infer it. But yeah, he can talk to animals. Just you know. Noted. Right, I'll note down. Don't worry, boy. We won't hurt you. What? What? You don't say. See? You know, that bird seems pretty fond of you, Luke. Are you friends now? Of course! Well, now that you're friends, why don't you give him a name? Is that what's going to be in my bag? Is that the shape that I haven't got yet in the game? Good idea, Professor. What should I name him? Oh my god, I get to pick the name! Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Chat, I need help. What do I name the bird? That's a bit rude. We call them ladies these days. It's like Aquaman, but for all the animals. Parroty parrot face. I think it's a bit long to fit in that text box. I didn't know we get to name it. That's so fun. Burb. Jasper. The word. I'm not calling it the word. Bartholomew. Ooh, that's a good name. Jasper Parrot. We, Sir Squawks. Rio. Okay, these are all very good suggestions. Here you go. Torap. AKA parrot backwards. Torap, the rapping parrot. I'm feeling like Bartholomew. Or Sir Squawks. Sir Squawks a lot. Also a good name. How much can I fit? Let's have a look. Oh, I can just fit Sir Squawks. Oh, Blabberbeak. Luke. No, that's just gonna get confusing, because then there'll be 3 Lukes, and we don't need that. Ah, see, you're smart, Ego. I think Sir Squawks is pretty good. Are we all down for Sir Squawks? Big Luke. Past Luke. Past Luke. Oh my god. Okay, we like Sir Squawks, but Past Luke is so funny. Hold on. I started a Harvest Moon game yesterday, and I went back and forth like 4 times on what to call my farm because I couldn't decide, and I kept like hitting OK and then seeing them say it and be like, nah, that's not right, put it back. Past Luke. I think Past Luke's pretty great, actually. Sir Squawks was very good, but Past Luke is funny as hell. Luke the pre-sequel. No, I'm shaking the camera. We have Past Luke, Luke, and Future Luke. Exactly! So this is like baby Luke. Like infant Luke. Didn't have coffee yet. Didn't know I was going to need to come up with good names. I'm sorry. Can't wait for Days of Future Luke's Past. Okay. We're going to go with Past Luke because it's funny as heck. Let's go. Though Sir Squawks is also very good. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Past Luke. Hello there. I'm Luke. It's nice to meet you, Past Luke. Nice work, Luke. That was amazing. Of course. What else did you expect from the apprentice of the great Professor Layton? Here's my mini game. We have to see what it is, right? You have a new feathered friend. Past Luke the parrot. Lukio Drift. Professor Feathers. Oh, Professor Feathers is good. The parrot minigame has been added to the trunk. I have to tell you guys about the TTRPG. I will tell you guys about that in a bit when we get to a good stopping point in the game, because I'm going to have to take time out to read it to you. You'll see what I mean when we get there. First, have the parrot play with Luke to learn the basics. Once you've done that, you'll have the chance to do lots more with your parrot friend. Thank goodness you caught that fluffy fiend. What fine men you two are. That's not quite what he said. Keep at it, and one day you'll each become a true gentleman, just like myself. Glad we could help. Here's your garnet, and I believe these cufflinks are yours too. Oh yes, they are. With these in place, I'm even more devastatingly handsome than before. Now, I believe you two young men deserve something for your trouble. Oh, there's really no need, sir. Helping people is reward enough for any gentleman. Oh, I thought you actually was going to give us stuff. The parrot's with us on the look. The parrot's with us. That's so cute. Okay, let's have a look. Isn't the rule of time travel to never run into yourself? Exactly! This is what I said the first time they met. I was like, don't touch each other. Do not touch hands. Don't go near each other. Everywhere. Every Luke everywhere all at once. Luke's only pingling her pups. Luke Jr. Oh, to future us. Oh, that's so good. Oh, which one do I name the stream on YouTube? I need to pick one of these as the name. I think every Luke everywhere all at once might be too long. I vote we name our Neverwinter Nights character Detective Luke. I'm actually planning on creating a backstory, like a vague backstory, so we can build on it before we stream, so that I have an idea of what character I want to make. Just in case we can't think of it on the fly. But then maybe we can make a second character called Detective Luke. Well, his name is Detective... That's what he's known as in the new game. The one that's coming out for the Switch. He's known as Detective Luke because he's been solving mysteries around the place where he is. So everyone knows him as Detective Luke. I think we should call it To Luke, To Fear... I don't know, we can write this down. Every Luke, everywhere, all at once. And I like To Luke, To Futurus as well. That's a Luketon. A Luke full of feathers. Good, the bad, and the Lukey. A fistful of Luke. Don't say that's not good. Is he dead? Oh my god. Lukio Drift is so good. Luke to the future. Right, let's have a look at this parrot again. Hey, Pass Luke, let's have some fun. Oh my god, the professor's hat. It means he's not wearing it. Squawk! Right, so all you have to do is bring the apple to me. Think you can do it? Squawk! Your parrot has generously volunteered his services as a delivery bird. Unfortunately, the heavy objects he has to carry made it hard for him to fly properly. Predict his flight path and use ropes to create perches that will guide him to the recipient. Create a perch for your parrot by connecting two posts with a rope. The number of ropes at your disposal changes with each delivery request. The position and angle of each perch will affect your parrot's flight trajectory. Build efficient perches that will help your parrot get to his destination as quickly as possible. Luke flew over the Layton's nest. Luke Father 3. Oh my god. Towering Luke Furno. Well, we are going in the towering pagoda. So, ropes can't cross over each other. Also, you can't attach more than one rope to the same post. Okay, that's easy enough. I don't need to tell me how to do that. If your parrot lands on a flat perch, you will return to the basic flight path when your next takes off. With your number of well-placed perches, your parrot can fly to very high places. Complete a course by... The time limit as well? Okay. Let's try this. Okay, so he's gonna go there. So, then he'll go there. There. And he'll go there. Okay. Let's try that. Go past Luke, go! Okay, I'm gonna do that again, but I want to show you on the other screen because it's funny. Wow, great, past Luke! Got that apple to me in no time! Wow, great! Wow, great! Whenever you want to have another go, just give me a squawk, won't you? Let's play, let's play! Right, because I want to do this. Because look, he like flies up. Oh, this is different. Oh, it's a new one. Okay. Is I a parrot in past life? Perhaps. I have no idea where he's gonna land, so let's try this. Oh, he bounces! Okay. There we go. Easy. So he didn't actually fly up the top. I was doing that so you could see that he went over the two screens, but it's fine. Great, Parsley. You got that apple to me in no time. Wow, great. Wow, great. Wasn't there another game where I had to be a parrot and I was doing a parrot impression? It was actually pretty good. Zelda Breath of the Luke. It's gone wild. Oh my god. Luke Wars, A New Luke, The Luke Strikes Back, Return of the Luke, prequels, The Phantom Luke Menace, Attack of the Lukes, and Revenge of the Luke. Luke Wars, The Luke Awakens. Oh my god. The Luke doesn't sound like a real word anymore. Can I just keep going? Do I have... Is it just infinite? I guess I just keep going until I get another level from someone else. The Rise of the Luke Walker, The Book of Boba Luke. Help me, Luke, you're my only Luke. But he's not, though! There's 3 of them! Okay. Oh my god. Luke, I am your father. That's what he wants to hear Layton say, to be honest. The Lukealorian. I can't, guys. I'm just kidding. Luke, a Luke Wars story. Oh my god. Why are there Luke Wars? Are they fighting each other? Oh, this is the same one as before. Okay, let's just go back. Right, so now we have all the minigames unlocked. So it turns out the puzzle that I... Oh, should that be the... Should this be the emotes that I make instead? They're great. I don't know. What was it? Oh my god. Yeah, so the puzzle that I ignored because I couldn't do it, that one apparently gives you another toy car level, so... He's like Kang with all his variants. Oh yeah, the thing they like did nothing with. Luke Dynasty, but effectively they're all the same Luke, just at different instances in time. Establishes Lukeomania. Luke Wick, One-Chill, Luke Simulator. If there's a good Layton and an evil Layton, there must be a good Layton, and then... I'm assuming you mean a good Luke and an evil Luke. Well, maybe. Mortal Luke Combat, Sinking of the Luke and Avengers Luke Game, Luke Remains. We'll learn more in Lukey, Season 2. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go back to the clock shop. I'm getting away from all of your puns. This guy gave me that evil puzzle that I didn't fail at, but it just took me so long. What's that way? I know this isn't the way to the clock shop, but oh yeah, it's the casino. I was in the middle of catching my monitor because it was trying to kill itself and I put the wrong name in. I knew what you meant though. Luke will return. Requiem for a Luke. Oh no, Shogun, what's your proposal? I don't like it when you say that because like it means there's some plan happening. Oh, hydration. Hydrate yourselves. You're all doing oh my god, I tried to say parrot impressions, I said carrot impressions. Friday we turn up with Luke unbased username. I can change your name, like, on my screen. So I just change everybody's- I have no idea who anyone is, it's really awful. Let's take the path on our left up here. The left? Will that take us back to the Midland Road as well? It will, and in half the time. Oh, a secret area. Ooh. Okay, let's see. I wonder if the haze is caused by pollution. Pollution, pollution, the funniest stuff you ever did sniff. Pollution, pollution. Hold your nose as you take a whiff. That's my carrot impression. How is that? Oh, it's a good one! It's a good carrot impression. It looked like a carrot. The day that Luke stood still. Imagine she makes all chat names Luke. Everyone's just got names. Everyone's name is just Luke. Luke. You got Big Luke, Little Luke, Future Luke, Past Luke, and Luke. And somebody comes with the name Luke Triton. Oh my god. I hate it so much. But I will. I really need to get a blue flat cap. Right, I'm gonna add... Right, hold on. I'm gonna add a goal on my throne for getting bits to make a Luke cosplay. I will find out how... I'll price everything up. Because it wouldn't be that much. It would just be a case of... I think the blue blazer might be the hardest part. Yeah. I'll price it up. And then I'll put it on my throne. Add a network cable. Yes, also network cable. Well, I was gonna buy that anyway. I'm just waiting for next payday. And maybe the payday after that. Because I also need to buy, like, an extension cable thing. Not a Ethernet cable, just like a plug thing that I've been putting off. You like in being Luke Malkovich? Oh my god. It's once every 60 name for username change. This requires some Luke commitment. Please don't actually all change your name. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just, you can all pretend. We can all pretend. A blue cardigan might work. I think, yeah, I feel like Little Luke has a cardigan. Or at least it kind of looks like a cardigan. But Big Luke looks like it's definitely a blazer. But I can get a blue cardigan. I just have to find one that's the right blue, otherwise it'll look weird. Attack of the Killer Luke Matos. We need ones that have to do with there being too many Lukes, like Luke 2 Futurists, which is hilarious. I bet the view from the observatory is out of this world. It is rather nice, but we don't have time to stop. We must press on to the clock shop. Oh, tough, I'm gonna talk to this guy and get a puzzle. I see you staring at me. What do you need, boy? Oh, nothing, sir. I just saw you there and I thought I'd say hello. Ah, you've got some guts trying to say hello to me. It makes me laugh. It's been a while since I had a chuckle like that. Let me thank you with a puzzle. On Luke 2, Luke Red, Luke Blue, Luke. That is good. That one's a good one, actually. 99 Luke balloons! Oh my god. 7 Lukes for 7 brothers. Where's my coat? The 4 children below were playing in a park when they suddenly realized they had to go home. In their haste, however, they mixed up their coats. A. I left my coat in the park. Hey, A's name is written in this coat. Oh no, I didn't bring a coat out with me, but now I'm wearing someone else's. This coat isn't mine. Who is wearing D's coat? Okay. Wait, audio gone? Never mind, it's back. Oh, thank god. Oh, frightened me. I got such a scare. You know what? I have got a button that does, though. Watch this. I've got a button that mutes the game. Because I was going to use it to get around the copyright issue before I changed the settings. The Lukenificent 7, Lukaween 2. Keep going. I'm having a great time. This is fantastic. Right, once we're done this puzzle, I'll tell you guys about the TTRPG, okay? And remind me, because I will forget. Right, so A's name is written in this coat. I didn't bring out a coat with me, but now I'm wearing someone else's. This coat isn't mine. A says I left my coat in the park, but they didn't, because it's there. I have a new mission for tonight. So intrigued. I didn't bring out a coat with me, so C doesn't have a coat, so this isn't C's coat. It's also not D's coat, so that's B's coat. There we go. Right, because they're saying it's not my coat, so it can't be D's. It can't be C's because they didn't bring a coat, and it can't be A's because that's what B's wearing. So that's B's coat, which means this is D's coat. Right? Luke comments on as many YouTube videos as possible. Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. Continue. I know you can't hear me. Yeah, so C is wearing D's coat. First puzzle of the day. Let's find out if you had faith in me, if your faith was misplaced.
This one's as good as solved.
We're all good.
I knew it!
I think sometimes that the picker at levels for these puzzles are a bit arbitrary. The answer is C. A, B, and D all had coats with them. B is wearing A's coat. That leaves B and D's coats, but since D isn't wearing his own coat, he must be wearing B's. As such, you know that C is wearing D's coat. That's what I basically just said, right? Luke of War Ragnarok. Let this puzzle be a lesson to you. If you're careless with your things, you will lose them. Here, take this. I found it over there. You must have left it behind the last time you were here. Oh, a sticker. Thank you. Even though I've never been here before. Luke reminds me of a Pokemon trainer you're in battle. Midland Road is just on the other side of that door. I'll go and open it. Hey, the door's locked. Locked? It can't be. Watch over, Luke. I'll get it open. How strange. It really is locked. Look at this, you two. There's an unusual set of numbers embedded in the door. Oh, another puzzle! Wow, that was quick. Another 40 picker out puzzle. To open the door, place 4 number tiles in the blank spaces so that the conditions set forth by the equations are fulfilled. Oh, I kind of like these ones. They're a little bit tricky, but I kind of like them. Oh, I didn't do the right, puzzle after this one, we'll do the TTRPG. Sorry, I forgot already. Sherlock Holmes. That'll just be confusing if I use that as the video title. It's kind of Sudoku, hold on. But it's not. But no, we need to make the equations make sense. Placing a number tile into a blank space enters it into the equations in the positions above and below that space. Okay, so something times something equals something adds something, and something adds something equals something times something. So this, hold on, let me get my memo out. This need to be the same, obviously, and this need to be the same as each other. Luke's on a plane. The private memoirs and confession of a justified Luke, written by Luke, with the detail of curious traditionary facts and other evidence by the Luke. So many Lukes in the chat right now. What's going on? I wish I was streaming on April Fool's Day. That would be really funny. But I'm not. I'm working. Good Lukes, aren't they? Right, okay. Let's just start with random numbers. So let's say... No, we can't do that. Because that would be 1 plus 6 equals something times something. And 7, which it would be, isn't really divisible neatly, so that wouldn't work. So we can't have it as that. So whatever this is has to be divisible by at least 2. Same with up here, the other way around. So let's just try some stuff, shall we? 4 plus 5 is 9. Nope. Same problem. 4 plus 2? Okay, 4 plus 2 is 6, which is the same as... Hold on, there has to be a way of doing this, because... There has to be a way of doing this that we can figure it out easily, because, you know, it has to be this and this have to be this times this, but this and this have to be this times this. So it's basically the same. All of them are the same, I think. So, for example, if we did 2 times 3, 2 times 3 is 6, which is equals to 1 times 6, but that doesn't make sense, because then that 1 plus 6. No, wait, 1 times 6. Yeah. No, I've messed up again. I feel like it has to be small numbers, otherwise it doesn't work. 1 times 2. No. Times 3 is 3, which is the same as 1 plus 2, so no, it can't be that. Top Luke Maverick. Luke something. 4 times 3 is 12, which is the same as 7 plus 5. Then 4 plus 3 is 7, which is not the same as 7 times 5. Yeah, I feel like there's a really obvious maths way of figuring this out, but I'm not really the best at maths. I can do it, I just have to be in the right headspace. So I feel like I'm not doing this right. Three times 5 is 15. That's not right, though. Oh! Have I got it? Hold on, I think I've got it. 3 plus 2 is 5, which is the same as 5 times 1. And 3 times 2 is 6, which is the same as 5 plus 1. Right? I think I've got it. Because it's 6. That's the answer. I thought from the beginning, I was like, I think all of these equations have to equal the same thing, but I had to kind of go through it to make sure I was right. God, you guys must be typing fast to get all these titles out. Not Luke's. I'm just gonna do my puzzle. I'm just gonna leave my puzzle and let you guys do it.
I do believe I've got the answer.
No! Oh, thank God, he frowned! He frowned!
It
They can't
seems I
change
was
it like
right
that!
on the money.
They can't just be like, oh, well, if future Luke frowns, that doesn't mean it's wrong, after having 2 full games where if they frown, it means you've got it wrong. Can't change it up on me like that. Here's one possible solution. The right and left halves of each equation are interchangeable. Additionally, since each half of the equations involve the addition and multiplication of a pair of numbers, the order of the numbers in each pair can be switched without affecting the overall result. Finally broken. I've been broken before. Oh, thanks, Raven. Wonderful work, Big Luke. I think it's a little early for congratulations, Professor. The door still won't open. If the puzzle isn't keeping the door shut, what is? Well, I suppose it's time for Plan B. This might seem too obvious, but would you two help me give this door a push? Certainly. It does seem we've run out of other options after all. Ready, everyone? All together on 3. 1, 2, 3. They had a running start at that. They like... What's that man doing on the ground? This fellow must have fallen asleep against the door. Just goes to show that every puzzle has an answer. He has said it! Well, think fast, Professor, because that answer is coming this way and he doesn't look happy. Oi, what do you think you're doing knocking me down my napping door? You woke me up. We're terribly sorry, sir. Please understand, we had no idea you were there. Say the line. Maybe future Luke isn't happy that you got the puzzle right. Foreshadowing. Ooh. Why would he take us that way? Oh no, not again. Not you again. Look, I can't deal with that hat of yours right now. I'm out of here. Oh dear, it seems to have driven that poor man off. I wouldn't pay it too much heed, Professor. Besides, we need to keep moving towards the clock shop. We're nearly there now. Alright. I'm going to tell you guys about something that I said I was going to tell you about. And I'm going to pause this music, because otherwise it's going to be very annoying to have that playing on a loop. So give me a second. I'm going to put some more music on. Come on. So, for a little bit of background, we've been you guys know that I love TTRPGs and I love Professor Layton. They don't fit my face, they're too small. I'm gonna turn off the bubbles actually, because they're just gonna be really distracting. There we go. You guys know that I love Professor Layton and I love TTRPGs, and back when I first started playing this game, I think possibly earlier than that, I started saying I wanted to see how I could make a TTRPG system based in the world of Professor Layton. And we've been talking about it throughout the streams. We've been chatting about how you would do it, and if you would do like an escape room, but with yeah, like change it so it's in the world of Layton, and yeah, basically that was it. Like you would find a paper escape room rather than like a full actual room. And please tell me that Layton TTRPG has moustache as a stat line. So what I thought I would do, because Joe has only recently discovered the wonders of ChatGPT, because he didn't fully understand that it was an AI. He thought it was something that you had to code, so he just didn't touch it. And then we started playing with it, and I thought, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, which is an AI, for those who don't know, somehow, it's an AI system, that generates text, right? And it's the whole way it works is it just kind of it guesses what the next word should be, or it works out what the next word should be. So it can't do some everything, but it's pretty good at coming up with stuff. However, it's very inconsistent with its own story. So, for example, we were using it to create a D&D character, and as we were going through it, it like kept changing the backstory of the character. Like it would be like, as relevant to when they were younger and they blah blah blah, and I was like, no, you said the opposite earlier on, so it doesn't keep its own consistency very well. But here is what we got. You ready? Ready for a dramatic reading of what ChatGPT gave me? So I said, can you generate me a TTRPG system based on the world of Professor Layton? And here's what it gave me. Certainly. Here's a TTRPG system based on the world of Professor Layton. It always does that. It always repeats what you just said. Alright, I'm being interrupted by being told to roll for initiative. I see how it is. So, I got a 4. I remember older versions only had consistency within 500 words or so. Yeah, it possibly is that. It had consistency for some things, but not other things. Anyway, system name. Professor Layton and the Puzzle of Adventure. I think the name could use work. Overview. Professor Layton and the Puzzle of Adventure is a tabletop role-playing game set in the world of Professor Herschel Layton. Players take on the roles of investigators who use their wits and problem-solving skills to solve puzzles and uncover mysteries in the quaint and curious towns of the Layton universe. Character creation. Players create their characters by selecting a profession and assigning values to their 4 key abilities. Unfortunately, mustache is not one of them. Intelligence, logic, perception, and charm. Professions: archaeologist, detective, engineer, journalist, lawyer, or scientist. Abilities: the same things I just said, but it gives you more explanation. Intelligence determines a character's knowledge of puzzles and other academic pursuits. Logic determines a character's problem-solving abilities and critical thinking skills. Perception determines a character's ability to notice and observe details in their surroundings. And charm determines a character's persuasive abilities and social skills. Okay. Gameplay revolves around solving puzzles and mysteries. The GM, Game Master, sets the scene and presents the players with a puzzle to solve or a mystery to uncover. The players then work together to use their characters' abilities to solve the puzzle or uncover clues that will lead them to the solution. Each character has a set number of hint tokens that they use to help solve puzzles. Hint tokens can be spent to receive hints or clues from the GM, but the player should use them wisely as they are a limited resource. Combat is rare in the world of Professor Layton, but when it does occur, it is handled through puzzle solving. For example, players might have to solve a puzzle on how to dodge an enemy attack or figure out the weakness of a boss monster. Conclusion. Professor Layton and the Puzzle of Adventure is a unique and engaging TTRPG system that emphasizes problem-solving and critical thinking. It offers players the chance to immerse themselves in the charming and whimsical world of Professor Layton while challenging their minds with a variety of puzzles and mysteries. So, I wanted to read you guys that because I've been talking to you guys this whole time about how we were going to do, if someone was to make a TTRPG, how it would possibly work, considering how much they base their entire world on puzzles. So it's quite hard. You know, up to a certain point, there's some things that you can't really do. So Luke's and Layton's on hard mode. It's all slide puzzles. No, thank you. So then I asked it to give me an example of a puzzle and then the solution, right? Because I was like, it's all well and good saying that they need to solve a puzzle to defeat an enemy, but like, how would that actually work in the game? So this is where it went a bit wrong, because it gave me a puzzle, but then the solution for the puzzle broke the rules it had set for the puzzle. Like it messed up. So here, see if you can work this out, okay? Here's an example of a puzzle. The locked door. Players come across a locked door that fits quite well because we just did a locked door puzzle that they need to get through to continue their investigation. The door has a numeric keypad with 4 buttons labeled with the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Above the keypad, there is a clue written in strange symbols. To open the door, enter the numbers that correspond to the letters in the word puzzle using the symbols above. And it says the symbol 0 is the letter P, the symbol plus is the letter U, the minus is Z, / is L, and X is E. I know that's quite hard to picture, but that's where I was, when I looked at it, I went, right, I'm going to stop there and see if I can solve this puzzle. And I was like, am I supposed to make an equation? But all I have are like plus, minus, times, and slash. And if I have to make an equation with that, it'll just end up as 0. I need that as a visual. Right, yeah, it's, see if I can copy and paste this. That did not work. Okay. So it's like, hold on, I'm just gonna put it in the chat. Minus equals Z / equals L and X equals E. I use the fireball to set the keypad on fire, and it releases the door. Oh, sorry, I already played the campaign for you and had a lot of fun along the way. You can get it to run like a one-shot for you, like you can like give it parameters and it sets it up, but I've always noticed that despite what you ask, it will always stop the session after the first combat. When you finish the combat, it will go, well done, you've defeated the enemy and that's it. And you're like, but I asked you to do all of this other stuff and you haven't done it. It's like it kind of gives up. It's really strange. Even if you go, I need it to last for this long, it'll just stop. But there is a AI dungeon that you can do where it's a better, but it still doesn't work on its own logic. I too give up after combat. So yeah, that's the puzzle, right? Can you read the problem again? Of course. The players come across a locked door that they need to get through to continue their investigation. The door has a numeric keypad with 4 buttons labeled with the numbers, this song is very dramatic, with the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Above the keypad there is a clue written in strange symbols. To open the door... Oh, I don't know why it says in strange symbols. Anyway, to open the door, enter the numbers that correspond to the letters in the word puzzle using the symbols above. And then the symbols that I've given you guys in chat, which you're going to see in a minute. Unless you're smarter than me, which is very likely, I could not figure out what it wanted me to do. and I'm gonna save you some time here if you're currently trying to work out the puzzle. From the answer it gives me, I don't think it makes any sense. So if you're really racking your brains trying to come up with an answer for this, don't. Because it's not gonna work. Surely the TTRPG should offer hints based on your stats, otherwise the stat lines are meaningless. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why it's difficult, because, like, if it's puzzles, then if you actually try and solve everything with puzzles in real life, like real life actual puzzles, you're just going to be basing it on the intelligence or the way that the players can solve puzzles rather than the characters. So it's like, it's fine to do that in like in a campaign, like you have a puzzle and the players are like, oh, I can figure this out, even if their character wouldn't necessarily. You know, it's fine, but if it's the whole basis, it's like the main mechanic, it's not gonna work. That's why we need to work out how to do it.
Another puzzle solved.
Did you figure it out? Because let me give you the solution. Okay, you ready? So the first part of the solution is it's telling you what. Yeah, the buttons are labeled 1 to 4. It's telling you what it said above the door. Again, it's saying, like, you know, 0 is P, plus is U, blah 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 blah. Right? The thing you already know. So it says, once the players, this is the solution, once the players have translated the word puzzle into numbers, they would then enter the code, and this is the bit that's going to make you annoyed, 0233 into the keypad. What's the problem with that, chat? There is no 0 button. There's no 0 button. They didn't say that. It said 1 to 4. Ain't no 0. So it's immediately broken it. See what I mean? Like, I was like, the solution doesn't make sense, stop trying to make it work. So, and then it says 0 for P, right? 2 for U, 3 for Z, and 3 for Z again. And then that's all it says. Yeah. Puzz. But even then, how do we get U is 2? The only thing I can think is it's the second letter of the word. So this is what I mean. Like, it gave me... It doesn't really work. It doesn't work when it's figuring things out like that. It works by trying to get what the next word should be, so it doesn't necessarily make sense with its own logic. So don't use ChatGPT to make a puzzle, okay? That's what we need to learn here. Do not use ChatGPT to make you a puzzle for something. It won't work. But I had fun with it. I had fun asking it, because that's all I asked it, because I just gave up. I was like, well, if it can't give me puzzles, then it can't really do much for this. But, I thought I would share it with you guys, because we've been talking about the Layton TTRPG system for a while, so I thought I would share what I made up. It made up for me. Can it generate a Sudoku? That's intriguing. Hold on, I'm going to open a new chat and ask if it can generate a Sudoku. It's thinking. I think it might be overloaded. Sure, here's a Sudoku puzzle. It's typing it out like code. Hold on. Can I screen share this quickly? Look. That's what it's given me. That's wild. Anyway. So, that's enough with that. But I just wanted to share that with you. And now we will go back to the game. Okay. What? Okay, we're back. We're back. I don't know whether I'm going to keep that bit in the recording or not, but I have recorded it either way. And we're back to the film titles again. Sudoku is purely logic and math, so it should be easy for it. I think I really liked the, oh, that wasn't even on stream. There was a game I was playing where it gave me a grid, 4x4 grid, and it was like 4 different types of masks and 4 different, like, materials they were made of, and you had to try and make every row and every column and every diagonal have one of each. So like Sudoku, but you could move stuff around, and smaller. And it was really frustrating, but it was fun when I got it right. So, cool hand loop. Actual title, no modification. Right, so now we're going to the clock shop. We're going. Wait, is this Granny Riddleton's? No, it's the pub. We're not gonna go to Granny Riddleton's anyway, but. Oh! There we go. Okay, we're gonna get some conversation about this flower. Tell me, did you happen to notice that peculiar flower growing in the abandoned shop on Midland Road? Why? What's so special about this peculiar flower? Oh, I thought he was gonna lie there. It supposedly attracts puzzles that have disappeared from their original locations. Like a Venus flytrap for puzzles! It's so much louder than all the others. That's what they say, anyway. I've never seen it for myself. But if those rumors are true, we'd be able to retrieve any puzzle we've left behind. I'd say there's reason enough to visit the shop. I was just asking about that. It's a bit freaky. Who started this loop running? Oh, it was probably Maru, but I actually don't know. What do you say, Professor? Well, we've nothing to lose, I suppose. The problem in question is just a quick stroll away, and being able to visit lost puzzles would be very useful. And what's stopping us? Let's go! Guys, you're in the middle of a mission. Why? They're just like, oh, we'll do this mission. Oh, no, wait, we'll do a different mission. Oh, we'll do something else again.
Watch out, Professor! There's a bee over there!
Oh, I love his voice.
Now, Luke, I'm sure he won't hurt us, as long as we don't bother him.
If you say so.
You know, I've never seen a bee quite like this. Can you try talking to him, Luke?
Can he talk to insects? This is a new question. I was just thinking to myself, you know how at conventions they get voice actors, like voice actors will have like a booth and you can get them to sign stuff, and sometimes you can get them to like record a little video for you, like some people will have it as like their intro on YouTube, or at least back in the day people used to do that. And I was just thinking to myself, if I ever met the person who voices Layton, what would I ask him to say? It would be something to do with the channel. It would be some kind of in-joke, but what would I ask him to say? What do you guys think? Have a think about it. But he's a deep dive cameo. No, I'm okay. I'm happy not knowing whether he does them or not. I would rather not know. But, I appreciate the offer.
I suppose I can try.
Well, look at Mr. Tall out here. Clearly he knows a bee of distinction when he sees one.
No, because I have a voice clip of him saying another puzzle solved. Maybe I should get him to say this reminds me of a puzzle. There we go. That's what I'd have.
Wow. You're not like any bee I've ever met.
Isn't that what I just said? Well, it's true. I'm no run of the hive bee.
The hive,
but
they're back.
I do try to blend in.
They're back from Sherlock Holmes. Alright, I thought I could hear someone knocking at my door. I think it's just someone else in the building.
You'd probably have better luck blending in if you didn't talk.
Sure, whatever you say, smart guy. But listen, I've got something you should hear. You know those puzzles you don't get around to solving? Well, they all come hang out with me.
He's the new Granny Riddleton? I don't want him to be Granny Riddleton.
You see, I have what you might call one of them magnetic personalities.
Wait, are you saying you've got the same job as Granny Riddleton?
Granny who? I don't know no grannies.
You
But
put
my
respect on her
is
name.
Beasley.
You put respect on Granny Riddleton's name.
I'm gonna tell you how to peruse those puzzles now, so listen good.
Oh, I'm all ears.
Tap that flower over there to see a list of all the puzzles I've got. It's as simple as that. So anytime you get a craving to solve some of the puzzles you left behind, come here. Did that all make sense? Because people tell me I do tend to drone on. Get it? Drone?
It makes perfect sense.
All right then. You have
It's
fun with
just
those
standing
puzzles,
there.
and I'll be here if you need me.
He's just standing there like this the whole time. Well, I don't want to solve the puzzles I've missed, because I missed them for a reason. We're going to the clock shop. What's this guy again? Watch out, fellas. Can't you see you standing in the middle of a building site? It's good to see you're making progress with the construction work. Well, Layton hears as Luke buzzing. Luke's going... Probably that with a case we fit snag, see? Look at these boards here. They're very odd shape. What are you using them for? Lily squat. I've got crates of these things, but I can't use them. I need square boards, you see? What's the man to do? Hey, bada bing, bada boom. I'm walking here. I don't know why I did that. It's not even the accent I was doing. Literally buzzing. Actually buzzing. This wooden board is oddly shaped and difficult to work with. Oh, it's one of these ones. The best solution would be to cut it into two pieces that form a square and they're combined. However, the grain of the wood means that two pieces can't be flipped or rotated after being cut. Draw lines where the board needs to be cut and then touch submit. Two pieces. Okay. But they cannot be flipped or rotated. Is that like talk shit, get hit? Is that what that is? What's a man to do? Buy a saw? Well, Luke's buzzing, so he could just buzz saw. Is it? Sorry, that's terrible. Okay, so that doesn't work. I'm trying to think, because this bit, right? Got it already. Oh my goodness. Right, having fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm not very good at visualizing stuff like this. I'm way worse at the 3D ones. But, I don't think that's gonna help anything, is it? No, it's gonna make it worse. Want a clue? Oh, you've got it. Get cut! Oh my god, that's such a cute emote. It's hilarious. Not a hint. A clue. I don't know if that's different. How is that different? Hold on, let me just... 5 times 5. That's the area of this, right? So... Oh! Oh boy, it can't be rotated, though. It says it can't be flipped. I could do it there, but then it would have to be flipped to go in that space. That's the obvious answer. I can slide it up like this, but then it would still be... I'd still have to flip it in order to get it to fit. Hold on. Could I... We have this bit go here, right? That's gonna have to be how it works. So if we do that... It'd be like that. But that's still got too much. Still gonna have a gap. This bit's gonna be in the wrong place. I think that's the right idea, but we need to figure out how. Because this, right, can be that. But then we still end up with a gap here. And there's obviously these two squares here. We'll slide that up and across. But we can only cut it into 2 pieces. We can't cut it into 3. So do I do this? No, because that won't work. Huh. Unless I... Can you put the full screen description again? The best solution would be to cut it into 2 pieces that form a square when they're combined. However, the grain of the wood means that the 2 pieces can't be flipped or rotated after being cut. Draw the lines where the board needs to be cut and touch submit. It doesn't 100% say that I have to cut it into 2 pieces. It says the best solution would be to cut it into 2 pieces. However, they cannot be flipped. Maybe I cut it into 3? Somehow? This is how Layton gets you. It's not super explicit with its questions sometimes. And you're like... It doesn't say that you must cut it into 2. It says that the best solution is 2 pieces, not that 3 or 4 isn't allowed. Yeah, but then I also don't want to lose my nothing wrong, like no puzzles wrong streak, because I was being picky. But, okay. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. But I still can't do this, because that has to rotate. So... Semantics are gonna get us on this one, yeah. I want to do it. Hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save. Can you imagine that every puzzle has an answer? Every puzzle has them, like, a bit of dialogue with the person who gave it to you will then say, oh, you're giving up, or something. Got any bright ideas that might help fix my problem? That's what he's saying. Okay. I wanted to save. I feel like it's cheating if I go back to that save if I get it wrong, but I still wanted to feel like I had the option. So if I do this... Oh, sorry, hold on. If I do this, and that goes in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't really work, does it? That piece could go there. Then we could do a line there. No, that doesn't help. That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh wait, how did I say this was going to happen again? Oh, I've forgotten it already. Ah. Oh yeah, it was like this, wasn't it? That was it. Anyway, it goes there. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I'm only gonna answer this because it could be a job. So give me a second. Woohoo. Hello. It was not a job, but it was a very nice salesperson, who seemed genuine and like, you know, an actual person, not like someone just reading a script. So, and when I said I didn't need it, she was very polite and she said goodbye. So it was all good. Checked it. It is 2 pieces. It's not cheating since the US version specifies it in the puzzle itself. Interesting. That's weird. It has different text. I really don't know what the differences are between the American and the UK versions, other than the voices. Well, voice. It's only Luke voice different. It's 2 pieces. Sorry about that one. It also turns out that the first hint coin literally tells you to make a 5x5 square, so it's useless information. Gonna drop a 2-cut solution on Discord. Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 pieces only. So, my thinking is... No, that doesn't work. That won't go in there. See, I'm really stuck on this bit, but I don't think that could be it. I don't think that's the answer. Because that still leaves us with this, whatever's happening here, happening. The puzzles are the same, but descriptions are slightly different. That's interesting. That's good. That's interesting that they did that. Interesting that they did that. My original gut feelings solution was correct, so I didn't waste my 5 pick rats. Okay, so you did get it. So you didn't waste pick rats. Oh, good. Unless, you know, because you don't have any to spend. Like, you're super pick rat poor at this point. And I hope you all appreciate and have noticed that the pick rat symbol that you have on in your Twitch chat is the symbol from here. Actually, it's slightly different because it's from the other game, which was a just slightly different top hat, but that's why it's a top hat. Even though that's the number of the puzzle. So I've messed things up a little bit, but it's okay. Also, because we talked about the TTRPG a minute ago, if I was to get it something together that could work, I would like to do something on Twitch, something on stream, or maybe Discord with people, and like you collectively would like make decisions in chat. I don't know how, but I think that would be fun. But I don't know how we could do that. Anyway, so I still end up with this big line here if I do this piece. And we can't rotate it. We can do like awkward things like that. That doesn't really solve any problems. So annoying. It'd be so obvious if I could flip it. But I can't. Oh no, below 100,000 pick rats. That is poor. My hint coin. Thank you for my hint coin. Let me mark that I've got one. Did I use the one that I got last? Yes, I did, didn't I? Someone gave me one last time, and I think I used it because it was for that horrible tunnels one that we spent. And when I edited, I discovered. You remember the horrible puzzle from last week where the one with all of the tunnels, and I tried to do the lines and I just could not get it. Yeah, I discovered when editing, I spent 50 minutes on that puzzle. And it wasn't even a slide puzzle. Like, slide puzzles take that long sometimes. 50 minutes. Ugh. Gross. Well, luckily for you... There you go. You can go watch it. Actually. I think I still made this Oh no, is it last video? Can't remember what I made the command for this. Latest upload? I'm just gonna fill my chat with commands until I get this right. There's a link to the latest video. I just have to try and find which command it was. As you struggle with visualization, you might need the hint. As long as the hint isn't look at it as a 5x5 square. It was latest video. Lastest video, that's why it doesn't work. I spelt it wrong. In the command. I spelt it lastest. Lastest isn't the word. That sounds like something a child would say. I came in lastest. There you go. That is last week's stream. Okay. What is the hint? I'm gonna spend my hint coin. Ka-ching! What is the hint? Steps. Seriously? That was it the whole time? I was so close. I was like 1 square away. Yeah, because that would be 1 there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Wait, that's not quite right. Because that would still only be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yes, I just put it in the wrong place in my head. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. It was H from steps all along. Thank you for the hint coin, and thank you for the hint, Shogun. Appreciate you today. I appreciate you all the time, but I appreciate especially your help today. There we go.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Well, that's settled.
Every puzzle has an answer. 5, 6, 7, 8. My boots good and baby is driving me crazy. My obsession for my western, my dance floor day, my rodeo, Romeo, and cowboy guy from head to toe. But it makes you fun, but I get in line. 5, 6, 7, 8. That comes on at a disco, by the way. I do the whole thing. Oh my gosh! What timing? Hello. Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for that raid, Kid Billy. Hello, welcome into the stream. I hope you're having a good day. What were you up to? Alright, a disco. It happens occasionally. Occasionally, I will be at a dance. Raid! Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff on my screen. All these raids coming in. Hello, welcome in. If you've never been here before, hello, my name is Lara. I am a variety streamer, and today we're playing Professor Layton in the Lost Future. I hope you will join us for some puzzling fun. It's a good time. I do quick announcement for new people here. We do have rules about puzzles. Basically, do not backseat puzzle. I have Pickerats. That's my channel points. You can spend those to say if you've figured out an answer. You can spend 1 to be 5 to be like, I figured it out. It's just so I know who knows in chat without you guys putting the answer in chat. But anyway, I'm going to jump back into it because we've just solved a puzzle. I appreciate the raid. Come and tell me all about what you were doing, what you were up to, how your day was. I'll do a little shout out actually before I tab back to the game. Let me get your spelling right. There we go. Thank you very much for that raid. Welcome in. This follow gets you 60. I have the answer, redemption. Sounds great, destroying some pixelated booties. Of course. Some pixel art. Interesting. I don't like the ... there. Hey, look at that. 1 cut and I've got square boards. Thanks for the idea, mate. I mean, it's kind of like a wiggly cut, but sure. So if you haven't seen Professor Layton in the Lost Future before, by the way, I mean, there's a lot to catch you up on. We're only on part 4 of us playing through this, but there's a lot that happens in this game. Basically, these two characters who are talking right now are the same person, but 10 years apart. Just in case you were wondering. And we're currently in the future, but we're just about to go back to the past, but it's the past of the future, it's present day. But not our present day, because the game is not set in modern day. So, it's very confusing. Okay, we're going back to Luke, the small one's present day. Okay, hopefully that made sense. It would get pixel nudity, that's all I'ma say. You know what? We like butts here. I have one of my mods, who I don't think is here at the moment, but has a lot of booty-based emotes that he likes to spam sometimes, so we have nothing against butts. There's the shop! The door was locked earlier and no one would answer it when we knocked. That's because you didn't know the secret knock. Watch this. Okay, remember that? Bum 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 bum. Lots of bums too. Come on in! Go on, try the door now. So we have Luke, future Luke, past Luke, and Professor Luke. It looks like no one's here. Oh. Look who's back. Ah! What are you doing hiding there? I see you've learned the secret knock theory. Actually, I was the one who did the knocking spring. Is Cog around? Sorry. Ah, there you are, Luke. Cog's in the back room. Oh, so you know the owners of the clock shop, Luke? I must have forgotten to mention that earlier, but yes, Spring and Cog have been helping me. I think Cog can explain better than I can. Sorry, I can't get myself covered. There we go. Better than I can, though. You should ask him. All right. Let's hear what he has to say. The cloak shop. Why is he so tall? Look how tall he is. That's a full-grown man. I mean, it is, but... Cog's turning the big clock in the back. Okay. I just want to see if there's any extras. Extreme past Luke. What, as a baby? Or do you mean the parrot? Okay. Sorry for keeping you in the dark. It was never my intention to deceive you. I don't trust you. I don't know if I'd want to... I don't know if I trust him. I'm gonna save before we do whatever's gonna happen here. I've been saving a lot today, but I think I'm just nervous. Oh my gosh, I need some water. My voice is starting to go. Would you say this Luke qualifies for sexy Luke status? I mean, he's old enough that it's not weird anymore, because he's like 21. But I still don't know. I mean, he has a very nice voice. I will give him that. He has a lovely voice. But I also wouldn't call Layton sexy. Do I have to go and get my asexual flag and start waving it at you? Oh, it's hiding behind my octopus. You can't even see it. It's rolling at the back. If anyone's wondering what I'm on about, check Discord. Yes, there's a... It's nothing, as far as I know, it's not safe for work. But it just was called Sexy Layton, and I was like, don't know if I want to look at that. Hey Cog, what's up? I thought I had voices out front. I can't remember any of the voices I gave these people last time. Nice to meet you again, Professor, and, Luke, the Professor's apprentice! Yes, Luke, of course. Would you mind telling them all about the wormhole and how it started, Cog? I think it would help to have everyone on the same page. It'll be my pleasure. God, I've got to do loads of reading in his voice. Now then, Luke. The smaller Luke, that is. Yes? Tell me, lad. I'm just gonna do it in my voice. What does this contraption behind me look like to you? A big old clock! Right you are. By my estimate, the clock is well over 100 years old. The old girl needs a lot of TLC to keep chugging along, so I spend quite a bit of time on maintenance. Time. Ha. I was right in the middle of oiling her gears one day when two family thugs burst in. Oh, I thought we were gonna get a cutscene. There we go. This has got to be the place the boss was talking about. Dude, right. Hey, boss, there's a big clock here, just like you said. It's proper antique, look. Hey, you. What do you think you're doing partying into my shop? Get your hands off my clock. Let me check that out of context. Shut you, old codger. You don't tell us what to do. Don't you know who you're dealing with? I'm dealing with a load of clods who won't get out my shop. Splinters does not look happy. I'll keep a civil tongue in my head if I were you, Grandad. Now get out of the way. We've got a schedule to keep here. What are you clowns waiting for? Get to work! If we don't get a move on, things won't be ready in time for you-know-who. I think I thought he wasn't a human last time I saw him, but he is, isn't he? He's just a very strange looking one. Sorry, boss, we're doing our best, but Granddad here's got his knickers in a twist. Throw him into the street, you numpty. Let me go, you villains. We're just gonna go for a little walk, alright, Granddad? Oh, love the animation there. You keep your filthy hands off of my clock, you hear me? We're just on schedule, but we have to wait till the exact time the boss said to turn this thing on. Thank you, it's not just me. I thought that too, you go. That's all I heard before those brutes threw me out my own shop. It wasn't till later that I found out what the thugs wanted from my little clock shop. See, the family was funding the construction of a time machine by a group of scientists. I think the idea was to use it to create some kind of wormhole. Look, I'm so sorry if you've come in on that raid, or recently. I swear this makes sense. I know it sounds ridiculous. But I swear, in context, it all makes sense, I promise. It is actually pretty ridiculous. Kinda. Maybe. Exactly. Possibly. It at a push. But how could they do that? Search me, it was all mumbo-jumbo. Something about opening up a vortex in the flow of time. Anyway, things didn't go exactly to plan for whatever reason. I see. So somehow this hole in time appeared in this clock of yours. That's more or less it. This clock has been ticking away for over 100 years. My guess is something about the clock's age caused the warp point to gravitate to this spot. The wormhole, or whatever it's called, became a part of my clock. The thing is, I'm the only one who can keep the old girl running, which means, like it or not, I'm the only person who can open and close the wormhole. Wow, that's really weird! Summarizing the last hour, the whole game, really, not just the last hour of gameplay. Thank you, Luke Schreiton, for being the voice of reason yet again. It's a burden, is what it is. Once the family realized, they forced me to work the clock for them. After a while, I caught wind of Cog's situation. It goes without saying he's not a member of the family. In fact, the family's been nothing but a source of trouble for him. It certainly sounds like it. So I approached Cog in spring and explained my plan to them. They agreed to help, and Cog fired up the machine so I could get my message to you. And upon receiving your letter, I let my curiosity take Luke and myself on a journey that led here. That's quite a plan you concocted, Big Luke. Thank you, but it's about to get even more interesting. Oh? Professor, with Cog's help... I love the way he says Professor. I know that was me, but I just remembered how he said it in, like, a cutscene. He's got a really nice way of saying it. With Cog's help, we can send you and Luke back to your own time. You'll be able to speak to Inspector Chemley there. But you will come back to put a stop to whatever's going on here when you finish, won't you? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Luke. I keep my promises, and I intend to solve the problem here. It's what a gentleman would do. Plus, Luke looks vaguely traumatized. Staring into the distance. I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's so good. I love that so much. Oh my god. I have a perfect edit for that. Thank you, Professor. That was exactly the answer I was hoping for. I wouldn't dream of leaving things here in this state. You said it yourself, Luke. The only one who can stop Herschel Layton is Herschel Layton himself. Haha, that's true. My apologies. I never should have doubted you. Alright. Time machine, baby. Time machine, baby? How do I do this? Let me see here. Yep, you've solved at least... Oh, okay, so I had to solve 30 puzzles to get through, and I have, because we're clever. We did it together. Seems you've done enough research to take your investigation back to your own time. Hopefully you'll learn something there that will help clear up the terrible situation here. Yes, I hope so. Now then, Cog, if you would be so kind to start up the clock. I hope you'll understand if I stay here. I don't wish to risk distorting the events of the past any more than necessary. I agree. Besides which, the poor inspector's eyes would likely pop out of his head if I turned up with 2 Lukes. Wow, that actually sounds quite funny. Too bad you can't come, Big Luke. Okay, she's all ready to go. Let's get going. Time travel, time travel, time travel, time travel! Here we are. Ugh, I feel sick. Are you going to be alright, Luke? You look positively pea green. I feel sort of seasick. My ears are all stuffy and the ground feels like it's made of marshmallow. I realised now I'm making him kind of like Watson. Like he's got the same kind of cockney to his voice. I'm guessing he's just got this fugue state and must remember everything that is said here for when I am future Luke. Yeah, that's something I was going to bring up, actually. Surely future Luke would remember everything from being past Luke. But not the parrot. I mean little Luke, small Luke, whatever we're calling him. I should have named that parrot past Luke. I've just made everything so confusing. That'll be time sickness. The first jump I made, I didn't feel very well either. Well, Cog, we're going to head off now and see what we can find out. So nasally! We're going to head off now and see what we can find out. That's better. Sounds good. I'll just be here waiting for you. Just use that special knock and I'll let you in. Excellent. I was wondering how we'd contact you if we went back to our own time while we were out. Yeah, that'll be a pain, alright. Now you two should get moving. I'd like to get home in time for dinner. Okay, so is the clock shop just in both times? Raiju! Hi! How you doing? Oh, you're always so excited when you come into chat. I love it. Does this mean future Luke keeps getting new memories of talking to himself in the future while simultaneously making them? Of course, that's too confusing, sick inside. I don't want to think about that. I'm gonna get home in time for dinner, but you have a time machine. I think they actually spoke about this in a previous part of the game. I think he said that it's like a specific, it's like 10 years apart, so if we go forward in the past, we end up forward in the future. Like, it's exactly 10 years, rather than going back to a set point in time. But I might be wrong. I can't remember. Exactly, this is the paradox of time travel. I think you were one of the people that made me want to stream. That's so sweet! Wow, I always loved your excitement when you come into chat. It makes me very happy. And I hope you'll enjoy joining us on this time travel paradox that we have going on right now. No doubt about it, Professor, we're back in our own time. The surroundings here certainly do seem familiar. Phew, all this time travel is really wore me out, you know? Yes, I could do with a rest myself, but we mustn't keep Cog waiting. Alright, so shall we go and find Inspector Chelmley? That will be our second stop. I'd like to drop by my office at the university first. For a quick rest? Not quite. I need to check a few things before our meeting with Inspector Chelmley. Preparation, my boy, is the foundation upon which every good investigation is built. And I will teach this to my daughter, who we don't know how she comes into existence yet, but I don't think we're gonna find that out. Yes! Go get your DeLorean keys. That could help, actually. That might be very helpful. Right you are, Professor! As long as we have enough... plutonium? It's plutonium they use in the DeLorean, right? Until they make the Mr. Fusion machine. In the first one, at least. Aww. Paradox police, everybody reach for the sky, floor, and everything else. Now that we're back in our own time, we can reach the university in a matter of minutes by bus. Let's go, Luke. Oh, hiya. Haven't seen you in a while. And how are you doing, boy? I'm fine, thank you. It's always a surprise to see you again. Again? What's this again business? I just thought I'd give you some advice, is all. Alright, what is it? Not many folks know this, but when you solve puzzles, you can earn these. He's going to tell us about picker rats. Oh, if you're going to talk about picker rats, we already know all about them. So, for context, for those who haven't seen the other games, this character in all the other games is always the one who teaches you about hint coins and picker rats. And in this game, we bumped into him, but we'd already been told about hint coins, so he got really offended that he wasn't the one to tell us. Even though he was like, I've never seen you before, but I'm going to tell you about this thing called hint coins. And Luke was like, oh, someone already told me about that a minute ago. And he was like, what? But I'm the one who tells you about that. That's what we do. That's our thing. It was very meta. It was great. I think one of my favorite things you stream is the Phoenix Wright series. That's really interesting, because I thought that was one of the least liked things I streamed. So that's quite intriguing. That was very tiring for me because it was a lot of reading, but I might go back to it because we never finished the second game. So maybe we'll go back to it one day. But not yet, because we have Layton to play, and then we're playing the Pedestrian, which I'm very excited about. But not today, I mean, like, when we finish Layton. Well, is that so? Who cares? It's not all that great of a secret anyway. Well, thank you. We really should go now. We've got a lot to do. Wait, don't just run off like that. I have a puzzle. That's right, I have a puzzle for you. Oh, Strachan, I'm so sorry. Stashin? I think his name's Stashin, actually, because he's got a mustache. Clock the tower. Okay, did he make this up on the fly? Lost in an unfamiliar town, you ask a passerby for directions to the clock tower. He helpfully tells you, go straight from here, then turn left at the first corner, turn right at the next corner, then turn left at the next corner, and it'll be in front of you. Assuming you start from somewhere on the map below, where is the clock tower? Okay. I found Lara through her Luigi Mansion 3 playthrough. Actually, yeah, I would like to know, regulars, how you found the stream. What was I playing when you found me? If you remember. Or what was I doing? Because I know some of the older followers, not your age, I mean how long you've been here, will be from cooking, because that's what I used to do all the time. You found me through Star? Oh, you found me through Star! Oh, I'd forgotten that. Wow, where was Luigi's? Luigi's Mansion was during lockdown, I think, that I played that. Outer Wilds or Stray, I think. Oh, speaking of food, I used to have a spreadsheet, a Google sheet, right, for everything I'd cooked on stream every year. So I would put all the links to the recipes that I cooked on stream. So I had a note of them all in a Google sheet. And then the other day I was like, I should combine them all. So I just got different tabs for each year. So it's only one Google sheet. They're all together. And I went to go and find the oldest ones, and they've all gone from my Google, like my Google Sheets, my Google Drive. They've just disappeared. I must have accidentally deleted them at one point, but it was so long ago that they're just gone. And I'm really annoyed. I've just lost them all. Which is fine, because it's probably not going to come up again, because it was so long ago, but it's just annoying that they're just gone. Technically a replay, but I was needing something soothing to watch, and yours is a good mix of soothing and fun. Oh, that's what I strive to be. Plus with lots of puzzles. Lots of puzzles. Okay, let's try and get this. So, how we should do this is we're going to take these instructions and we're going to go backwards. So, if we go from... Oh no, wait, that's going to be hard actually. Go straight from here and then turn left at the first corner. Turn right at the next corner, and then turn left again. Okay, so we can't start from H. Because if we go straight from H... Actually, if we go straight from any... How do we... Straight from H, turn left, and then turn right. We can't do that. Because we can't turn right. We go straight, turn left. Again, we can't do that. So, it's not... I've extracted the sexy Layton gifs and uploaded to Discord. It would still have been nice to have a record of all the stuff you've made. I still, well, actually, very luckily, I very recently made a list on Notion that was just the names of what I made rather than any links. So I still have a record of everything I've made. I just don't have any of the recipe links anymore, or any of the notes that I made. But it's fine. I'm really upset about it, but I have no idea where they could have gone. Because they were on my Google Drive, and I don't delete stuff off my Google Drive unless I'm having it clear out, and I wasn't, so I don't know where they went. And I'm really gutted. Anyway, came for the puzzle, stayed for the puns. Sorry I derailed your stream. Oh, you didn't, don't worry. Anyone coming in and chatting to me is fine, it's not derailing at all. I loved Outer Wilds and Calico a lot, yes. I still haven't played Calico since they did the update, but I watched Tony playing it, and there's a lot of changes now. Like, a lot of things have changed. Okay, so if we go for G, we go straight, left, right, and then left. So that could work. F, we go straight, left, and then straight, go left, and then we go right. We can't do that. Straight, left, then right, and then left again. We can't do that. I think. Going back further, I think your Sonic 06 was iconic. Iconic Sonic. That was a very fun stream. And multiple people who used to who watched me back then have brought that up. Because you know what? It was iconic. It was iconic. I did not have very many followers back then, but it was so much fun. For those who are newer to the stream, I think it was only the second game I ever streamed, and this was back when I still lived in my old flat before this one, so quite a long time ago. I played Sonic 06 for charity, and every time someone donated, it added 15 minutes. And I played a lot of it, so quite a lot. It went on for a while. One of the things that I worry about with cloud save things, I always worry someone getting in and either taking my content or just being beep and deleting it to be jerks. Yes. So I think what must have happened is I either thought I had 2 versions of it or I thought I had a copy of it and it just disappeared, because the link is still there that I've saved. Like, I have a bunch of links to it, and then but if I click them, it just goes, we can't find this file, and it's just gone, and I don't know how. Oh, don't give us ideas for Casper. Well, I am thinking of doing the subathon next month, so maybe if we hit a certain sub goal, I'll play something like Casper or Red and Black until you stop subbing. I would have like a way of doing it, like I would have a guide up or something so it wasn't just me struggling the whole time. But I mean, Casper would only be impossible if I get soft locked again. As long as I don't mess up the keys, I could finish Casper. It would just be a bit annoying. Anyway, don't say Casper too loudly or Pabsy will show up. Your horror team-up streams where you'd swap playing were great. That was also really fun, yeah. That was Biohazard. We tried it with The Evil Within, but it wasn't nearly as fun. Yeah, so again, for newer followers, we played Resident Evil Biohazard for, with Emma, my friend, and we had, like, every time we got a donation, there was, like, a few different things that you could donate for, and certain amounts for different things. And one of them was that we'd swap controllers, because it was mostly me playing, and then sometimes Emma would play. And then one of them was also blindfolded. So that was fun. Basically what we'd have to do is one of us would be playing blindfolded, and the other one would have to explain what they had to do, which always happened right before combat. Resident Evil 4 Remake just came out. Yeah, I've been seeing people playing it all over my my following and recommendeds. And I haven't really been watching much of the gameplay, to be honest. I've been joining and, like, chatting to the person, but I haven't been watching the game for much. So I don't really know if I liked Biohazard, but, like, as a special one-off, and I've tried playing someone's copy of Village, but I was kind of just got bored. But I didn't get very far, because I was playing someone else's copy at their house, so, you know, I didn't play for long. Anyway, we need to try and do this puzzle, guys. So, if I start from A, and I'm just gonna say go straight is just I pick a direction. Go straight from here, and then I turn left. No, try again. Go straight from here, turn left, this way, and then turn right, and then turn left again. That could be it. It could be A. That's a terrible tick. Does not look like a tick. Could it be G as well? Straight. Go left, go right, and then, wait, hold on. Straight, go left, and go right, and then go left again. But we could do it this way. We go straight, go left, go right. No. Okay, so maybe we can't go from G. Why did I think I could go from G earlier? Try from B. Straight, left, no. Straight, left. No. Straight. It's difficult because I'm having to, like, turn my... which way I'm facing as I do this. So, I don't think I can do it from B. Straight, left, no. Straight, left, no. So, or straight, left. That's another left. I think this looks like it might be A. Straight, left, right, and left again. No. Straight, left, no. Okay. If I've done this right, if I followed the instructions properly, I think it's A. Because A is the only one that you can go straight, turn left. No, okay, hold on. If we go for the direction we're walking, right? So we're walking this way. Straight, then we turn left, then we turn right, and then we turn, because we're facing south at this point. So left is that way. So... oh, sorry. Whereas the clock tower is H. We start at A. I almost did that wrong. We start at A, and I think the clock tower's at H, but I'm going to double check. So we go south, and then we turn left. Be that way. Then we turn right, which would be this way. And then we turn left again, be that way. So there's H. I think. Was this a DS game? Yes, this one was a DS game. I think most of them were DS games. There were a couple of 3DS games. I know the first 3 were definitely DS. I think some of them were 3DS games. Then there was a 3DS game that they ported to the Switch, which is the one that nobody likes, including me. And now there's a new Switch game coming out this year. But then there's also all the mobile games, which I'm considering streaming, actually. Considering playing some of the mobile games. Except there's only really one that is still available. But anyway, here we go.
How about this?
Yay! I did it!
I knew it!
That's right. H marks the location of the clock tower. You were staying at A and facing D when the passerby gave you the directions. It just took a bit of working out. We got there. How was that for a fun puzzle? It's in your top 10, surely. It was okay, I suppose. What? Just okay? Oh, I see. You're playing it cool. You don't want to let on that my puzzle knocked your socks off. That's one way of putting it. Eee, more stickers. I think we should do the sticker book soon, before we do too much else. Head to the university! We gotta get the bus! They're Deuce Games. What? Oh, hello. Oh, you're the guy who gave me directions last time. Hi there, Squirt. What can I do for you? I noticed there's a bus stop up ahead. London still has a bus service, doesn't it? Of course, you've got more buses you can shake a stick at. What an odd question. Brilliant. Did you hear that, Professor? The buses are running! I heard, Luke. Your exuberance is appreciated, but we don't want to unsettle our friend here. Crikey, I've never seen someone so chuffed about taking the bus. Well, if you like buses, you're gonna love this little number. Why I've given him this voice, but I have. We're going with it. How many people? I was on a double-decker bus, and the conductor told me that, including myself, there were 25 passengers on the bottom deck. He also told me the number of passengers on the top deck was 40% of the number of the people on the bottom deck. How many people were on the bus total? Right, everyone, I want you to scrutinize this question, because is there a trick in it? Yes! The bus driver! Haha, there's one more because it's the bus driver. Conductor and bus driver? Oh, hold on. There's a conductor. Is there also a bus driver on top of the passengers? Poor Luke, he still has that stare. Is he gonna be like that for the rest of the game? He's just in a fugue state now, like... Poor little guy. Okay. So... Yeah, but my question is, with how many people not sits on the seat, not on a passenger? What? Do I include the bus driver and the conductor? Yes. Or is it just the conductor? Because it doesn't actually say there's a bus driver on the bus at the moment. Well, let's do the maths part first. So, we have 25 passengers on the bottom deck. And on the top deck, it's 40% of 25. I apologize, this isn't as neat as it used to be, but that's because I've stopped using my graphics tablet because it was making everything lag like crazy. So I have to do this by a mouse now. I used to do it with my graphics tablet. So, 40% of 25. Well, what is 10% of 25? This is how I would do it if I was doing it without a calculator, which I'm going to do. 10% of 25 is 2.5. So what is 4 times 2.5? Why did I do it like that instead of like an actual sum? This bit wouldn't be any fun doing it on a phone. Is the bus in motion? It doesn't say. So the only thing we know is that there's a conductor for certain. But we don't know if it's the same person as the bus driver. And we don't know if there is a bus driver. So that's the thing. That's where it's got me. Because it might be like, nope, you're wrong, because you're off by 1, because you didn't count the bus driver. You didn't tell me there was a bus driver. Anyway, sorry. So we gotta do 4 times 2.5. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus the... So there's 10 people on the top deck. Plus the conductor. Potentially plus the bus driver. And I'm going to be very cross if I get it wrong because I didn't count the bus driver. What do you guys think? What do you think I should do? Because I think it's 36. But it could be 37. This is the text. I was on a double-decker bus, and the conductor told me that, including myself, there were 25 passengers on the bottom deck. He also told me the number of the passengers on the top deck. Top deck was 40% of the number on the bottom deck, so 10. How many people were on the bus in total? So passengers, there are 35. People, there are 36 or 37, depending on whether the bus driver is on board. So I am going to say 36. And like I said, I'm going to be very cross if it's wrong. And I don't know if I'm going to count it as being wrong, because they didn't give me the facts. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll do this first. Actually, can I save? I'm going to save, because I think this one's a bit cheeky. And I don't know if you guys are going to feel like that's cheating. But if I get it wrong, I may reload. For this puzzle, because it's not... Yeah, but we don't know if the bus is even moving. We don't know if the bus is moving, so... Don't wanna look.
How about this? Let me think this through again.
I think it's only fair to be honest if they don't save the bus driver, yeah. It is 37. No, I am not going to count it as a loss. And I think... maybe a controversial decision, but they didn't specify that there was a bus driver. And I don't think that's fair, because they also didn't specify that the bus was in motion. Because if they did, then I'd be like, ah, there's a bus driver. You know? So. Nope. Here we go. Let's try this again. But if that's wrong, then I'm counting
Here's
it as
my
wrong.
answer.
There we go.
I knew it.
See, I totally got it right first try. Ah! It did count the... Yeah. 37 people on the bus, 24 passengers, 10 passengers on the top deck, and this amounts to 35. If you add the conductor and the bus driver, you get 37 people. Which is what we thought, right? It's fine. I didn't lose anything. No one has lost their prediction if you voted for none. You know, I'm something of a bus... Hold on, that's not the voice I am. I'm something of a bus aficionado myself. The old double-deckers, man. None of that bendy business. It's like Layton being like, oh, I'm a train enthusiast in my free time. How did I not get that hint point last time? Okay, we're almost there. We just have to go to this bus stop. Let's make our way back to my office. Now then, which bus goes to Gressenheller University? The one that says Gressenheller! It's right there! Those who don't know, Gressenheller is the university that the professor is a professor at. He's a professor of archaeology at Gressenheller University, but a puzzle enthusiast in his free time. I have to admit, all this time travel has got me muddled. What are we investigating now? Oh, feeling a bit disorientated, I see. I hardly blame you. He's got such a 1,000-yard stare. Also, someone pointed out last time that every character has different eyes. Like, all the eyes are different on every character, except for the two Lukes, actually. They have the same eyes. But like, every time we meet a different NPC, they have a different kind of eye. It's so weird. You're saying that Layton and Indiana Jones could team up. I don't know if they're in the same time period, because this is kind of like... It's modern, but it's not. Like, it's a bit... It's unclear where we are in like, time, which is quite funny for this game. That was you! That was you. Plus, I'm not sure the Lukes do. They have very similar eyes. I was trying to check last time. They can time travel, they have the advantage. I would be very surprised if nobody's made at least one piece of fan art of that happening. Hopefully safe for work. It's not every day I travel to the future. I didn't read my older self, you know. I think I could do with a bit of a recap of our case. Oh, what a perfect point that would be to stop the game. Very well, let's go back over it. Do you remember why Big Luke called us to the future? To stop the evil Professor Layton. And what exactly are we stopping my future self from doing? Oh right, we want to stop you, I mean him, from completing his time machine research. Precisely, and that's why you and I were headed for Chinatown. Oh yes, it's becoming a bit less jumbled now. We could get into Chinatown. We couldn't get into Chinatown in the end. It was at that point that you said it would be useful if we could talk to the inspector. Yes, but at that time I had no idea we'd be able to jump back to our own time to question him. In that sense, I suppose we're pretty lucky, eh? Perhaps. Perhaps? Why, what's wrong? Is there something bothering you? There is, and it's that something that we'd come to investigate. I wonder if he sits on the top deck because there's more space for his hat. Professor Layton and the Crystal Cat. Oh, which is about to reach our stop. We'll drop by my office and then it's off to see the inspector. You've arrived at Gressenheller bus stop. Save. We're playing for 10 hours, apparently. Woof. And that, my friends, is where we're going to pause for today, because I am going to go and get myself a cup of tea for my voice, because my throat is starting to go all craggly, and I've got more reading to do. So, if you're watching the recording later, I'll see you in just a second. There we go. We've time traveled. I now have tea. Let's return, shall we, to Chapter 5, The Forgotten Case. Now that's intriguing. Is it a briefcase or is it a police case and Inspector Chelmley's forgotten about it? That's a bit strange. Let's go. Oh yes, if you have joined us over the break, we are back in the past, in the present day, I should say. We're back in present day, and we are going off to the professor's office, as he says, at Gressenheller University, and then we're going to go and find Inspector Chelmley and ask him about the incident that happened at the beginning of the game, and get his take on the events. And then we're going back to the future to defeat the evil Professor Layton. And it all sounds very weird, but that's what this game is like, isn't it? Like, whenever I try and explain any of the Layton games halfway through, I'm like, so we're in a town, and it's always the weirdest thing to start with. Anyway, I need to stop by my office to check something. After that, we'll go and find Inspector Chelman. But first, some puzzles, I guess. Milk fixes it, or at least for me, I had one that had a slight hint of goat hair taste. What does it fix? Tea? I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. There you are, Professor L. I see you cancelled our lecture again this week. Let me guess, you're off investigating another strange mystery, aren't you? Ah, Miss Stone, hello there. Yes, I'm afraid that something rather pressing has come up. I'll be holding supplementary lectures later, though. You can be sure of it. Oh, no worries, Professor L. As long as I get the credits, I don't really care. Now, what kind of attitude is that, Rosetta? Her name is Rosetta Stone. If you want those credits, you'll have to earn them. And since our topic is the stone relics of Cornwall, I'd say you had your work cut out for you. As your supervisor, I insist you check in with me weekly until your dissertation is up to scratch. I didn't mean to imply I wasn't interested in my studies, and I'm very much looking forward to our... I don't like that ... I do not like that ... Stop that, you. Stop it. Someone else who thinks Layton is sexy. Sessions together. Not every girl has the privilege of receiving private tuition from the great Professor Layton. What I meant was that you should check in with me during office hours. I hate this, I hate this. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice, Professor. I'll see you next week. Hee hee. I don't know what that girl's up to, but it can't be good, Professor. Nonsense, my boy. It's all in your head. Stop gaslighting him. You can't fool me. Luke! Oh my god, Luke. You can't fool me. Did you see that look she gave you? She's a man-eater. Whatever that means. That's terrible, Luke. Oh dear. Oh, he's hiding himself behind his hat. Well, that was not what I expected to happen today. Can I see if there's any hint coins? Oh no, I didn't mean to go inside. Go back outside again. I'm trying to get hint coins. Are there no hint coins? Oh, fine, okay. He's embarrassed. Maybe it isn't one-sided. It's unprofessional, that's what it is. And I don't think that Professor Layton would ever do that. He's a professional. Hey, aren't you the guard we bumped into at the presentation? What are you doing here? Oh, well, as you may remember, there were a few hiccups at the presentation. When the dust settled, the management decided it would be best to cut me loose. I'm sorry to hear that. Incidentally, I don't believe I've properly introduced myself yet. Please, sir, there's no need. Dean Del Mona filled me in. It's an honor, Professor Layton. I've actually been holding up onto a puzzle just in case you happen to come by. Care to hear it? That's quite nice. That's nice to have a reputation like that. The Shady Trio. We've received eyewitness reports about a shady trio. They all wore red, white, and green, but none of them wore the same combination. Here's what witnesses had to say. The men wore jackets of the same color. 2 of them had white trousers on. The larger man wore a white hat, and the woman's jacket was green. Touch the trio's clothes to change the colors so they match the eyewitnesses' reports. Okay. All the picker-rats! 40 picker-rats! That's so many! Okay, so the woman's jacket was green. The men wore jackets of the same color. Let's go with red for now. 2 of them had white trousers on. The man wore a white hat, so he can't have white trousers. Does that make sense? Does that work? The men wore jackets of the same color. 2 of them had white trousers on. The larger man wore a white hat, and the woman's jacket was green. And none of them wore the same combo. I think I fit all the criteria, right? I'm gonna leave it a second, so if anyone in chat spotted something I've missed, you can tell me before I make a fool of myself. But it looks fine, right? I also added some sugar to my tea, because last time I had this one, it felt like it wasn't quite there. Like it was something missing, so I added a little bit of sugar. Hopefully that'll be nice, but it's too hot to drink. So I'm just gonna wait. Right, I'm gonna submit it. I'm gonna be so cross if this is what gets me my first fail of the day. The same color, two of them had white trousers on. The man red wore a white hat and the woman's jacket's green. Yeah. There might be more than one answer. Sometimes
Let's see
there
if
is.
I've got this right.
I love that smile.
Well, that's settled.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she has a gold detecting thingamajigger. That is a great way of saying that song. Smashing! For a shady trio, their clothes might be a bit too conspicuous. You notice that was the same guy who was the conductor on the bus earlier? So, at the end of the last game, I discovered in the bonus section that each of the characters in the puzzles, so like all the people who were like representing the different parts of the puzzles, have names and backstories. And I was like, what? And I've since forgotten what they were, but I just love that they've done that. I feel like that would be such a niche cosplay, to cosplay one of the puzzle characters from Professor Layton. Not even Layton or Luke, like, or Flora, or Catriel. Like, cosplaying one of the characters from inside the puzzles. That would be so funny. Anyway. Simply beautiful work, sir. Thank you so much for indulging me. Not at all. I quite enjoyed myself. Alright, here we go. Ursula, my boy. I've been looking for you. What voice that is. Hello there, Dean Pomona. Didn't you receive my holiday request? Oh, that? Oh, yes, everything's in order there. I love that he's just like, a puzzle has taken... No, sorry, in this case, not just a mystery is afoot, which is what I was going to say. He got a letter from his apprentice, Luke's older self, right? And then he was like, I'm going to put in a holiday request. What? That's fantastic. I love that it covers that as well, like, you know, someone playing this game might be worried and be like, but he has a job. How has he managed to have enough time to do all of this mystery solving? But it's okay, because he put in a holiday request, so it's all fine. But it's something else I need your help with. Well, in that case, please tell me how I can be of assistance. Come a bit closer, my boy. What I'm about to ask you, well, I wouldn't like anyone else to hear it, especially not that nosy little boy who's with you. The thing is, I have this puzzle I simply can't work out on my own. My darling granddaughter brought it to me, and I can't for the life of me solve the blasted thing. Looks like a cone head. Oh my god, that's hair at the top of his head. I could barely see it. I was like, what is that? Why has he got a cut in his head? I can see how that would be rather vexing. Vexing would be putting it politely. It's hard to feel like the king of your castle when you can't even solve your grandchildren's puzzles. It's about this fortnight? This is a rather serious issue for me, Herschel. Certainly sounds like it. Yes. So I take I can count on you to help me work this one out? But of course. I wonder if he's... Oh my god, I thought that's how many Pickerats there were for a second. It's the name. 1/1000th? I guess that's what that is. 25 Pickerats. Here are some matchsticks that spell out 100 million, or 100M. Move one of the matches to the bin to display a length that is 1/1000th of that size. Okay. So I like these matches ones, because they're always a bit more tricky than you think. Okay, so rotating it is still a move. Gotcha. 100 million divided by 1,000. Hold on. I-L-L-I-O-N. Something I figured out in primary school is that million... So, hold on, I'll show you what I'm trying to say. If I just write it. That's how I remember how many zeros are in a million. Is 1 and then the zeros. So it's the word million. That's how I remember it. Divided by 1,000. Right? So I get rid of 3 of the zeros. However, it doesn't say that. It says 1/1000th of that size, so I don't know if it's exactly what it's asking me to do. So yeah, 100,000. Yeah. You're right. I just wanted to make sure. Is it that I have to try and make it into a K? Like 100K? But I can only move one match at all. Also, is it 100 million? Oh, good point! It might be meters. Ah, if it's 100 meters, it's usually a small m, but we'll go with it. Divide that by 1,000. Well, what's 100 meters in centimeters is... right? 10,000 centimeters. So if it then divides it by... ah! 10 centimeters! That's it! You're right, it was meters, not million. So smart. Thank you, Shogun. 10 centimeters. Much easier.
Let's see if I've got this right.
This man is this man is a dean of a university.
Just
and got
as
stuck
I
on that, and
suspected.
I got it. Well, you kind of helped me, but still. Terrific. 100 meters becomes 10 centimeters. There we go. I never would have got that. I would have been stuck on the 100 million thing for ages. Oh, that's it. My granddaughter's going to be over the moon when she hears how clever her granddad is. That could have been a lot more than 25 picarettes, yeah. I'm glad I could help. Likewise. By the way, Herschel, I do have one small favour to ask of you. Certainly. Let's keep the fact that you helped me with this puzzle between you, me, and the wall, shall we, my boy? Of course, you may count on me. After all, you've a reputation to maintain with your granddaughter. Woohoo! Receptive as always. What about you there, young man? Can you keep a secret? Of course! My lips are sealed, sir. Splendid. For that you have my thanks. One last thing, Herschel. There's a young lady in your office. She says she's waiting for you. I see. He does not seem happy about that. Professor, you must be talking about... oh, Flora! Why is she always getting in the way? For those, and let's say it with me, for those who don't know, I've said that so many times this stream, Flora, this is Flora, the third face on the save file. She is from the first game, and then she followed us to the second game, and she's probably in this one too, as we now are going to find out. She's going to be like, why did you not come back to the flat? Because she's looking after her. He's looking after her, I believe, unless something's changed between games. I knew which office was his. Flora! I actually don't mind Flora.
Hi there, Flora.
I actually like Flora. I'm just being silly. She's great.
You two have got some nerve leaving me alone while you go off on another adventure.
Now, Flora, you know that wasn't our intention at all.
She got really mad in the second game. I think she follows us in the second game, pretending like it's obviously her, but she's like, oh, I'm in a disguise. It's very convincing.
While we were out investigating one issue, an even more troublesome matter arose.
What kind of troublesome matter?
Her voice is so high.
We couldn't have seen it coming, Flora. Honest.
Really?
Of course. We would never leave you behind on purpose.
Except, yes, you would.
Luke is quite right. Do forgive us for our oversight.
Well, okay. Just this once. But you two had better not leave me alone again.
She sounds like Nancy Drew. I am gonna look her up. Give me 1 second. Okay. Got her name. Her name is Lani Manella. I'm now going to look her up. And see if she's also Nancy Drew, because that would be really funny. I don't think she is. She seems like she's got a lot of stuff under her belt. Give me a second. Same as Luke. Ah, that makes sense. Let's have a look. Okay, there we go. Yes, yeah, Luke. She voices Luke. But in the American version of... I think she's the American Luke, then. And she's Nancy Drew. I knew it. And she's Nancy Drew in the games. The way she said it there, I was just like, that's a very familiar voice. I'm so proud of myself for getting that. And the bit with Liam O'Brien earlier. I'm getting good at this. I'm picking up voices, guys.
Of course not.
Yeah, we're never gonna leave you alone again, promise. Ah, it was a spare hat. Okay. Oh, piqued your curiosity, has it? What's the matter, Luke? Don't you like that artifact? Oh gosh, it's looking right at me. These books were written by a famous foreign puzzle expert. No hint coins in your office, Professor. Call yourself a puzzle man. What's done is done, so I guess there's no point in dwelling on it. You two must be awfully tired after all that running around. I just made a pot of tea. I'll go and fetch it. Professor, did you just make a promise to Flora? Yes, I'm rather afraid I did, and unfortunately this is one promise I may have to break. Oh, that's good, he's saying the same thing. Professor, that's terrible. You're always saying a gentleman never breaks his word. Well, I didn't see you doing anything to dissuade the poor girl from coming with us, Luke. Besides, you know our current case is fraught with danger. I don't want her to get hurt. We need to finish what we came here to do so we can find the inspector. We best move quickly. I suppose you're right, Professor. So what are we looking for? Somewhere in my office is a leather-bound notebook with a yellow note sticking out of it. Do you think you could help me find it? Aye, aye, Professor. I'm on the case. Leave those drawers, Luke. I wouldn't have put it in there. Why? What's in the drawers, Professor? Okay, I can't... I thought there might be like a... Ah, I think I'd lost this. I thought there might be a way to go around the room. Oh, there we go. There's a hint coin. Oh, Mr. Notebook, where are you hiding? Oh, that's my suitcase. That's not what I meant to open. It's a load of documents about puzzles. That's quite funny. Ah. Is this the notebook you were talking about, Professor? The one with the torn out pages? Just that I don't know what you're implying there. Why, yes it is. Let's see. Notes on the explosion of the Institute of Polar-Dimensional Research. Did you gather the information in this notebook, Professor? I did, piece by piece. Sadly, most of its contents have been removed. Hey, you're right! Most of the pages have been torn out! It's been a while since I last opened it. Let's see. I'm losing his voice again. I'm not good at doing Layton's voice for a long time. I can do Luke's, no problem. Well, the newspaper clippings are still intact, at least. How old are these articles, Professor? I'll explain more on the bus. First, we need to get out of here before Flora returns. Leaving her behind again. Voila! I thought you might be hungry, so I made some cucumber Did you see that blink? That was so funny. It was like, I made some... Where are they? Where have they gone? Okay, good. Good, I'm glad you're not implying anything else there. Huh? Where did they go? So sorry, Flora, but we have to leave you at home. It's not safe. It's not safe for you. It's gonna tell me about these notes on the bus. Unfortunately, it's also ad time. All that stuff in your notebook, Professor. What was this explosion you were researching? It all happened quite a few years ago when you were very small. Aww, little baby Luke. It's past Luke! Past Luke the baby! Hope Flora's Layton's assistant at some point. Well, this is the last game that's been made chronologically. There are games from earlier in the timeline that were made after this one, but this is the last game chronologically if we don't include the one about his daughter. So Hopefully she turns up in the Switch game, but I don't think she will. Unless she becomes his assistant later in this. I thought Fast Luke was a parrot. True. Even very small because he was a parrot. Two scientists working in a physics lab accidentally... Hold on. Accidentally caused an explosion during an experiment. The blast devastated the surrounding area. That must have been all over the news. I think so. However, though many perished in the blast, few records of the accident remain. What happened? That's something I'm still trying to work out myself. But answer me this, Luke. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of an explosion? Why, the explosion at the presentation of Dr. Slumgren's time machine, of course. I know, I'm so nasally now. I don't know what it is, and the longer I stream, the less I can speak clearly. It just gets more and more nasally, and I do not know why. It's so annoying. That was my first thought as well. I have a strong suspicion the two incidents are connected. Why is that? Well, it's nothing more than a hunch at the moment, so I can't really say anymore. Well, we do know he has famous intuition. Oh, Professor, this is our stop. Here we are, Scotland Yard. There's no time to waste. We have to find the inspector. We've arrived at Scotland Yard. First of all, let's get some, Police stations always make me a bit nervous. Why is that, Luke? What are you hiding? This street looks a bit too narrow for buses. Okay. Go see Cheltenham. Hello, 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 magazine. I don't know this publication. That's hilarious. Let's give this a save really quick. Not because we're doing anything difficult, but just because we haven't saved in a while. Welcome to Scotland Yard, headquarters for the London Police Force. What can I do for you for? We're here to see and check the temperature. We're here to see Inspector Cheltenham. Could you let him know that we'd like to speak to him? I see. While the inspector is always happy to meet the public, he's terribly busy at the moment. Furthermore, I'm under strict orders to issue this puzzle to all visitors. What? Why? Where is this? 20 picker-ats. I thought it was well established that Luke is the money of the operation. He keeps a pistol under his hat. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot. In recent years, this city has been suffering from an increase in accidents and crime. According to a survey, there's one place in the city that has a higher average of injured people and deaths throughout the year than anyone else. Where can it be? Is it the hospital by any chance? Sorry, you can't even see the map yet. It's obviously the hospital. Injured people and deaths throughout the year. Yeah, hospital. I'm just gonna do it. The quickest I've ever answered a puzzle.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Well, that's settled.
That's right. There may be a lot of dangerous places in the city, but the hospital is where sick and injured people gather throughout the year. That's correct. Tremendous work as always, Professor Layton. Huh? Do you know the Professor? Of course, I'm a huge fan. How could any self-respecting puzzler not know the name Layton? Exactly, that's what I've been saying. I assume that puzzle was one of your own design. That's right, guilty as charged. Hee. I couldn't pass up the chance to have Professor Layton solve one of my puzzles. There we go, that makes more sense. I'll call to let the inspector know you're coming. His office is just up those stairs. Thank you very much. You're famous! Wait, what am I doing? I don't need to go in there. I can't remember his name, but it's his assistant. Oh, look at all this stuff. A teapot? Inspector Cheltenham is an English gentleman too. Alright. Barton, that's his name. Ah, nothing like a cup of tea to soothe the nerves. Good day, Barton. Oh, good day to you, sir. Barton, we wish to have a few words with the inspector, but I don't see him here. I don't see him here either. I was led to believe he was here in his office. Yes, he was. Then he got up and left. It was all very sudden. I am puzzled by his sudden disappearance. There he is. Barton, I sincerely hope you're not spreading information about me. Misinformation, sorry. It was 5 minutes ago I told you I needed to pop downstairs to see the Chief Constable. Oh yes, you did say that, sir. Use your ears, Constable. You'll never move up in the force if you don't learn to listen. Hello, Inspector. Ah, sorry about that, Layton. What a surprise to see you. Welcome to my humble office. Forgive the sudden intrusion, Inspector. I heard that you're leading the investigation into the Prime Minister's disappearance. I am. And since it's you I'm speaking to, I'd be quite candid. This case has me baffled. Dozens of eyewitnesses, myself included, and not one blasted lead to work with. Since you were there too, I might as well hear your take on things. Have a seat. I was interviewed on the day of the incident, but maybe another chat will uncover some new theories. Oh, I love this music. Let's listen to it for a second. It's real puzzling music. It's great. We've already established that you were there when the explosion occurred. Yes, I certainly was. And you must believe, as I do, that there's no way anyone could have survived that blast. Not that quack Stonegun, not his staff, and though I hate to say it, not the Prime Minister. But what confounds me is that we haven't found a single trace of any of them. What do you mean? We went through the place with a fine-tooth comb, but didn't find anything relating to the victims. No bodies, no clothing, no shoes, not even so much as a pocket watch or ring. Excuse me. Ah, maybe we have to put the machine back together. All we recovered from the scene was the 10 tons of scrap metal that used to be the machine. No people. There were 8 of them, sir. What? Did you say something, Constable? There were 8 of them. 8 people vanished. Oh yes, according to eyewitness reports, 8 people vanished from the scene. That group consisted of Stangun, a handful of his assistants, and the Prime Minister. Now, how in the world do 8 people just vanish? It's like a blasted magic trick. Don't worry, Inspector. What I've heard, Luke, look, again, you're like 11. I understand you can't quite put things together, but how are you going to explain that you know that the Prime Minister is still alive? You were in the future. He's not going to believe that you went to the future, Luke. Let's just move on. Huh? Ah, young Luke, be a good lad and keep quiet, alright? The adults are having a serious conversation here. Ah, not quite what I was hoping would happen. If you're bored, why don't you and Barton go and play in the lobby? Inspector, I assure you, Luke isn't making this up. There's a very real possibility that Bill Hawkes is alive. Luke has connections, he hears things and arranges things. Is this like the big lead up to like the end of this game? It's gonna just be Luke is actually behind all of it? Like he's like, aha, you fell for my trap. Wait, are we talking about this Luke or future Luke? Or past Luke? Parents. But also, that's very sweet of Layton to be like, actually, stop being mean to my friend. Because he doesn't call him his apprentice, he just calls him a friend. My lips are sealed. All Luke, as we've discussed. Oh yes, every Luke everywhere all at once, as we've discussed. Do you know how this game ends, Shogun? I don't want you to tell me, but do you know? This is Luke Dynasty. What? Well, don't really be scratching my head like a fool. Explain yourself, Layton. I will. First, I must first ask a favour of you first. I need to try and get the voice back. Every puzzle has an answer. He talks like this. He's a posh man, but he's very soft-spoken. He's got a lovely voice. I know I say this every stream, he has such a nice voice. I might have some knowledge. Intriguing. Also, side note, I love the AI, like, cat Layton art that was posted on Discord that everybody made. And I'm thinking of getting that as an actual art piece by an actual artist, like pay them to do it, because it's so cute, but the AI art's all weird and wonky. Because I think that would be a really cute thumbnail. I wouldn't necessarily use it for Neverwinter Nights, but I like it as like a piece of art, like a thumbnail or something. Which is also a general description of my life. It's like that bit in Adventure Time where he's like, I have an approximate knowledge of most things. You know? And what would that be? You recall the explosion at the Institute of Polydimensional Research 10 years ago. Well, What did you just say? I'll take that as a yes. It is imperative that I can see any and all case files on that incident. Sounds like you're onto something here, Layton. What do you know? 10 years ago. Huh, interesting. Nothing at the moment, but I have a suspicion your current case is somehow linked to this old one. Oh, I'd like to help, really I would. Those files are sealed and require top-level clearance. Even a high-ranking officer like myself would have trouble getting his hands on those. Chalmers changed his tune. I think the last game, he must have... I can't remember if he did. He must have gotten, like... He's changed his tune, because he was very against us helping him to start with. And then he... Well, I think we solved the mystery, and that's why he, like, trusts us a bit more now. Anyway, spitball ideas, then human sentiment. Exactly, yeah. Be like, would you draw me this, please? But in an actual, you know, with actual talent, rather than an AI. Thank you. I see. I had hoped a man of your status might have the necessary clout to acquire those documents. Unfortunately, it may seem that I have hoped you too much. I'm sorry for vastly impossible of you. Wait just a moment, Layton. I might be able to get you access to the case files. He's so good at this. He's got such a high charisma stat. He's so good at bluffing. Excellent. We'd be extremely grateful for that. Just one thing, though. These documents don't come for free. I want to hear everything you know or suspect about the Prime Minister's whereabouts. Of course, once I've seen the documents, and I'm sure my theory is sound, every detail will be yours. Barton, head down to the archives and find those old files. Tell them you're there on my orders. What, sir? He doesn't actually talk like that. Those files can't leave the archives, but you can read them down there. Take the stairs down from the lobby to the cellar. Much appreciated, Inspector. Alright. Top level clearance sounds like a job for Mirror Universe Luke with his killer beard. I love that the parrot's still with us. I guess we can't really put him in our trunk, can we? Hello. Love a good archive. My hands are filthy. These shelves are covered in dust. I'm just trying to check for hint coins. Stop telling me plots. Ooh. Now, Luke, an English gentleman never plays around on ladders. Welcome to the archives. I've noticed in this one they call him an English gentleman a lot more. In the other games they just call him a gentleman. I've gathered all the case files pertaining to the explosion. Thank you, Barton. Your hard work has saved us considerable time. Yeah, these papers are all mildewing, covered in dust. These files are off limits to us people. You're the first to touch them in a long time. I see. Hand some of those over and I'll help you look through them. Where should I start? I appreciate the offer, Luke, but I should handle these myself. They are top secret after all. Oh, of course, if you say so, Professor. Oh, you're just trying to help. Oh my god! It's Layton! In the distance! It's just me and the parrot now, look! Can we go wandering? Can we get stopped if we try and wander off? I can just wander off, just as Luke. Hello lad, is Layton almost done poring over those documents? I can just have a wander. By myself. I'd better not leave without the professor. Okay, I can't go very far. Hello there, young man. Exploring the police station on your own, are you? Yes, well, I'm trying to, but there's not really much I can do. Don't you ever get tired of the inspector shouting at you, Constable Barton? Oh, it's not so bad. He only... I love the way he just speaks with his moustache. He only scolds me when he has good reason to, which is often, unfortunately. Oh. I make a lot of mistakes, so I get shouted at a lot. He's always telling me I lack insight and, don't pay enough attention. He's absolutely right. I get distracted very easily, and then I make mistakes. We stand an ADHD king. Aw, chin up, Constable. Everyone makes mistakes. I make them all the time. I've made some howlers, though. Just the other day, in fact, I found myself in quite a jam. Puzzle! Park the... I do not like that title, but it may not be a slide puzzle. Park the car. Barton needs to park his police car in the space indicated by the flag. When he encounters a cross, he has to turn left or right. When he meets a circle, he must keep going straight. Assuming he's not allowed to reverse the car, which route does Barton need to take in order to reach the parking space? Draw a line from the police car to the parking space. As you can see, the parking space can only be entered from one side. Okay, I think this is best to do backwards. So this is the end point. So in order to get to it, we need to turn left from this square. And in order to get into that square and turn left, we have to come from this direction. And that's a straight line. Actually, no, because if we came into this square, we'd have to turn left or right, so we need to go this way. Oh wait, we can't do that. Hold on. If we come from this direction, then going into the square, we turn left. But then if it's a circle, we have to go straight. So that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so we go this way. So we turn right when we hit that, and then this way. He's not allowed to reverse the car. Okay. I think I've made it harder for myself by trying to do it backwards, but I'm still gonna work it out. I think we can go this way? And then in order to... No, we have to turn. Luke has grown some kick butt face. Right, I'm gonna check Discord, because you guys have been posting a lot, and I'm gonna miss it otherwise. Oh my god! I hate that! He's so old! Oh, that's weird. Luke from Professor Layton as an adult with an awesome mustache. I love how one of them has a mustache and none of the other ones do. Oh my god. They're all so weird. They just look like Layton with a beard, some of them. I'm just clearing my notifications. Cool. Okay, back to the puzzle. I need to drive into this from one side, so... Okay. That side? Nope. Okay, I think that's right. So we have to turn left or right when you hit a cross, and when you get to a circle, you have to keep going straight. So let's see if we got this right. So cross, left. I'm gonna try and turn my body so I can figure out if it's left or right. Straight on, then right, then straight on, then left, then immediately right again, all the way over there, then left, 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 down to there, then left, 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 to there, and then I think that's it. That must be it.
Here's my answer.
I think we'll only do a couple more puzzles because I'm
That's a relief.
getting tired and it's almost the end of stream, so. Nice driving. Barton has to go all the way around the parking space in order to get there. Though you showed him the route he needed to take, all those turns seem to have confused Barton. He's written off the police car and the inspector's well happy. Of course he has. How unfortunate. Wonderful work, Luke. I bet the professor never has to shout at you. Well, the professor's not really the shouting type. But it's true I never leave a puzzle unsolved. I've got his reputation to uphold. Oh dear, I never considered the possibility my clangers could harm the inspector's reputation. Don't worry, Constable. You try your best, and that's the most important thing. Only I can convince the inspector to see things that way. Luke, come here. I think I found what we're looking for. What is it, Professor? Oh, look at him standing there. He's so ominous. What is his idle animation? Him, like, bobbing his head up and down. Okay. I will save. And then I think we'll do a bit of... We'll talk to Layton, and then we're going to do a bit of minigame stuff, I think. That file needed some very valuable information, Luke. What exactly did you find out, Professor? Let's just say I'm very confident that the Prime Minister is still alive. Oh, this is going to be something I don't find out until, like, the end when there's a big reveal. The only way to save him, however, is to travel to the other London where he's being held. You think he might be trapped in the future? Perhaps. This is something we need to discuss with the inspector. And he said other London, not future London, so I think he's realised how we're getting there, but it's not time travel. Now let's go talk to Chalmley. And then we'll do a couple minutes. Well, Layton, did your investigation bear any fruit? It did indeed. But before I explain, please allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in the investigation into the explosion at that institute 10 years ago? Sorry, just trying to clear my nose again. Yes, ages ago It was. I remember I'd just been promoted to sergeant. I see. Do you remember the names of the scientists thought to have caused the explosion? Let me think. Ah, it's coming back to me now. One was called Allen, Dr. Dimitri Allen. Weren't there 2 scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name? It was quite a long time ago, you know. I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Let me tell you, because I just looked the notes up. Well, what about the victims? Do you remember anything about them? The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed a nearby block of flats. Several of the building's tenants perished in the explosion, as well as one of the lab assistants. Is someone getting revenge? By something? Strangely enough, though, I think both the scientists involved in the experiment survived. That was very informative. Thank you, Inspector. Right, now I've got a few questions of my own. How do you think this whole case relates to my current one? This is just a theory. I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland Yard. Do you mean to say he's being held in another country? You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe. But I think Bill Hawkes is being held captive in the future. Now, this is not going to go down well. If this is your idea of a joke, Layton, I'm not laughing. I can understand your skepticism. Thank you for your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you're the first to know. Bye! Come now, Luke, let's be off. Now, wait right there. We had a deal. Sure, you've got more than that far-fetched theory. Inspector, I've already told you as much as I know at the moment. Now, please excuse us. He's great. Oh. Right, out we go. Now that we've got what we came for, let's go back to the clock shop. Hog is waiting for us. Right-o, Professor. Except, we're not going to, because we're going to do a couple of mini-games first. I want to have a look at this one, because I haven't actually looked at this one. Actually, yeah, I vaguely remember this. Yeah, so this is the picture book minigame. It did explain this to me a while ago when I opened it, but then I never did anything. Basically, you put the stickers. Did I say picture book or sticker book? It's a sticker book, really. You put the stickers that you've been given, see, into the book, and then it makes the story make sense. So, one sunny morning, I was strolling through a meadow. As I walked past a tree, I've only got 2 trees, so I'm going to go with this thing. If I walked past a tree, yep, there we go. On my right, I suddenly came upon a purple thing in front of me and a yellow thing on my left. I wonder who dropped these, I thought to myself. I couldn't just leave them there, so I decided to take them with me. I soon got to a big square with a tree in the middle. I saw a person gathering something. Oh no. I found some things that someone dropped in the meadow. Have you seen anyone looking anxious? Twiddling his moustache, the old man glanced at the objects I was holding and replied, Oh, that's where my hat went. Thanks for bringing it back. Here, take this by way of thanks. It just fell out of that dead tree. Ah, okay. So, that's the wrong tree. Oh no, what? How did I do that? Here we go. He handed me a delicious-looking plum. As I strolled on through the meadow, I bumped into Laura. And I said, I found this boot, and I'm looking for the person who dropped it. The girl hesitated a moment before replying in a timid voice, I can't help you, but there's a white cottage just up ahead. Try asking over there. I gave my thanks and hurried on. It seemed likely that the boot might belong to someone in the cottage, so I walked to it and I knocked on the door. The kindly lady opened it and said, Hello there, how can I help you? Peeking inside, I couldn't help but notice there was a tasty-looking banana on the kitchen table. Oh, okay. I'll just get to read it like this instead. It's Luke! Yes, we did this already. I'm going to skip past these bits because I already read them. I found the boot and I'm looking for its owner, I replied. Oh yes, that boot belongs to my grandson, said the lady. Thank you ever so much. Then she handed me the banana from the table as a reward. It was a good day. I returned two lost objects to their owners and received a delicious plum and a banana as a reward. I was so happy I couldn't help whistling all the way home. Alright, that's the first one done. That was actually easier than I thought. I guess because I had all the stickers. Sorry, I bumped the mic there. I work in a cafe a little way out of town. One day, the manager had to go out for a bit and left me in charge. On the way out, the manager said to me, I'm counting on you. I'll be back as soon as I can. The old man. That's Don Paolo, that is. Just a white thing. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. Alright, so I don't have enough stickers for this one. So I'll have to do that later. And I don't have any more things for these ones either, so I guess we'll keep going for a wee bit longer, and then we'll wrap up the stream. In fact, I'm gonna get to the clock shop and then I'm gonna stop, so we can go back to the future next time. Oh, a puzzle! Hello again, boys. I trust you found yourself some nice shiny hint coins? We have, thanks in no spot to your expert direction. Delighted to be of assistance. So where's my thank you? Of course, ma'am. Please forgive me for not issuing a proper thanks. We're very grateful for your help. Yes, thank you. We never would have found them without the help of a wise old lady like yourself. Now, just a moment there, half-pint. Who you calling old? You don't call me flawless Florence for nothing, you know. I'm as fit and nimble as a teenager. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you old. I know how sensitive some elderly people can be about their age. Luke! Elderly? Well, I never. Looks like I'll have to teach you a lesson the old-fashioned way, with a puzzle. I feel like he was like going, and then she's like, a puzzle. I feel like that's not a very big threat. A heartfelt heart. 30 pickerpats. I was considered quite the catch in my younger days, you know. This is a picture of me back then, along with 3 of my handsome suitors. A few moments after this photo was taken, one of these gents expressed his love for me by presenting me with a heart. Which one of these men, A to C, is the suitor in question? Presenting me with a heart. What? Presented... I'm trying to see if they have a heart somewhere on their person. Am I missing something? I think I must be. Chat, I need your help. This is giving me the vibes of the one that was like, they're all called 820 or something, but one of them was the only one that had like, his mustache was like the clock. Remember that puzzle that we did a while back? So I feel like I'm trying to see something. I'm gonna try and see something visually. One of these gents expressed his love for me by presenting me with a heart. I feel like the first guy is gonna sing, the second guy brought flowers, and the third guy is gonna play the violin for her. It's B, because he's holding his hand behind his back. We can only see one of his arms. It's B, I think. I'm gonna call it, this is gonna be the last puzzle of the day. So far, I haven't had a single one wrong. So if I hit this and it's wrong, we've broken the streak. I've got puzzles wrong before, but like today I haven't had any wrong, so. Here we go.
This one's as good as solved. I don't know what to say.
I was so sure I was right. No! No! On the last puzzle of the day! Hi, Pepsi. Pay special attention to what they're each holding. He's got a music book. He's got a violin. Damn it. I was so sure that I was going to get that one right. Because it looks like he has his hand behind his back. So he was going to be like, ta-da, here's the heart.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Perfect use of that audio, thank you. So mad. I didn't get any wrong last week. And I was this close to getting a perfect streak this week as well. What am I missing? I was gonna say maybe it's under this guy's hat, but they both have hats. By the way, for those who aren't familiar with the rules, I have messed up one puzzle, so even if I mess it up again, it's still only one puzzle. Not a second puzzle. When I got it wrong, it said pay attention to what the suitors are holding. I would have chosen B as well. Yeah, good. I don't feel silly now. No, because it's not obvious. This is gonna be a really tricky, like a sneaky one, I think. Do we just pick at random? I've already got it wrong once. The worst thing that'll happen is I lose more picker-rats. Heart could be behind the songbook. Or the violin could have a heart on it. I'm gonna go with A. I'm gonna go with A, but I don't really know why. So it might be C.
This one's as good as solved.
I think that was a
I
sneaky
knew
one.
it.
It was him alright. He made a heart out of the magazine he was holding. Oh, come on! Really? That was the answer? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you two are pretty sharp when it comes to puzzle solving, I'll give you that. A compliment means all the more coming from a lady such as yourself, Florence. I do hope our paths cross again sometime. Now you're making me blush. You can sweet talk me all you like, but you should know I'm a married woman. I think that lady has taken a shine to you, Professor. Well, on that note, my friends and followers and everybody else, we are gonna wrap up today's episode of Professor Layton. If you're watching this later on YouTube, do all the things, push all the buttons. I appreciate it very much. And I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to sign out now, and I will see you next time. Come and join us live next time. So we do this Wednesday at 2 o'clock every week until we finish this game, and then we'll start another puzzle game. And I hope you'll join us for that too. But yes, that's going to be me for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.